Alrighty, welcome to the Whitney Forum and get ready for another exciting year of SJHL hockey. The SJHL regular season has returned. The Flin Flon Bombers, I guess both these teams that are facing off here tonight, coming off difficult seasons. Of course, the Hawks, you could argue as deep a group of forwards in the league, maybe next to Flin Flon, come up a little bit short there, missed the playoffs by 4 points, and of course the Bombers get to the dance once again, but can't finish up against, let's face it, a very determined Melfort club, who only got better as the second half went on, battled through all kinds of injuries, got the goaltending, got the timely goals, and full marks them for knocking out the Bombers with 6 games to win the SJHL championship. But brand new year, brand new life, and here we are with the Bombers and Hawks. Of course, a big matchup that goes back many, many years, the big divisional battle, and both these teams are going to look considerably different here on opening night than they did a year ago.
They sure are, Rob. You know, there's a lot of new faces in the Bombers, and I'm sure the Nipawin Hawks. I know the Bombers made a move this week and got a big forward. I can't remember the young man's name off the top. Sorry. Anyways, he's a goal scorer. He's got a lot of points.
You're thinking of Ryder Ringer.
Yeah, is he not playing tonight, Rob?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, second line.
He's out of played in the Alberta/BCHL league, and he put up some points. So I'm interested in seeing him play. But a couple of local kids, Wyatt Stinton and Mr. Muka, are going to have their Flin Flon Bomber debut, the team they followed all their lives, and so that's exciting for them.
And of course, they'll join Joey Lees, who's getting ready for his third year in a Flin Flon Bomber uniform. So 3 local players to start the year. Like we said, a lot of firepower is gone. Of course, Justin Lees, what a year he had, the captain. He's moved on. Noah Hull, who is the top SJHL defenseman. You know, Adam McNutt, Alexi Silvestri, NCAA scholarship could go on down the line. Jacob Bockler. New players needed to step up. Rhett Ewan is one guy I know the Bombers are really looking forward to seeing what he can do. We'll hear Mike Reagan chat about him and his half the SJHL coaches interview coming up here momentarily. But there are some good turnovers from last year. Let's start with Carter Anderson. I know you talked about him on the sin bin with Mike, and how can't you? Better than a point a game per player. Led the league in power play goals with 22, and by far their best player at training camp in the preseason when he's in there. No reason to believe he can't have a sensational year. Will he have the supporting cast, I guess, is the big question for me. But boy, Carter Anderson, a pretty nice piece to have back this year.
Carter Anderson, the team revolves around Carter Anderson this year. He's the linchpin. He's got that rocket for a shot. He's staying out of the penalty box in trouble later in season, and he's just, I've talked to him a number of times, and he just seems to be excited about this season, and that's how he came out in the training camps. He was ball on fire. He was fantastic. So everything revolves around Carter Anderson, and you're right, he's got to find help. Anthony Piccinino, for example, who's not in the lineup tonight,
it's unfortunate.
Is one guy that's going to help him, and of course, you know, you got the Kai Olofssons and all the returning players. So it's going to be interesting. Coach Reagan said, don't expect this team to come out like last year's team. Fans, be a little patient. Give the guys a chance to get used to playing in the SJHL. But he is very confident with this group.
And of course, another big question mark heading in this year, Kenny Morquart. He's been a backup the past couple of years. 16-3 last year, .930 save percentage. He'll be the counted on guy this year. I guess we'll see. Can he make the step from backup to number 1 tender? Certainly with those numbers last year, he deserves the opportunity.
He absolutely deserves it. And, you know, Kenny's such a nice guy off the ice, but you get him on the ice, and he's a bit of a tyrant, a little Billy Smith in Kenny, but that's good. I don't mind that. And, you know, he did have a great year last year. A couple of off games, but goaltenders tend to do that. So, again, Coach Reagan says this is Kenny's chance. So I'm sure Kenny will make the most of it.
It's interesting. You got 2 teams that were among the leaders in offense last year. The Nipawin Hawks totally rebuilding. We'll have one of the youngest teams in the league. They've only got 6 returning players from last year. No Damon Cunningham. I know that fans are looking forward to seeing him coming back. He would have been obviously big for them between the pipes, but they feel they'll be okay there. And I know they're really excited about the young players that they do have, including a Carter Anderson as well.
Yeah.
Carter Anderson in Flin Flon, or Carter Anderson in Nipawin, of course, played in Calgary last year, got some Centennial Cup experience, so he should be a little bit of a spark plug for them. But two teams that are going to go a little bit different direction. Nipawin's deciding to rebuild now, go young. Mike Reagan's looking to do a little patchwork here and try to get back in the dance. So it all begins here. Opening night, nothing beats it at the Whitney Forum. Two long-time division foes, the Flin Flon Bombers and Nipawin Hawks. We'll take a break. Your very first official SJHL Coaches Show coming up. Mike Reagan talks about putting it all back together and another big run coming up here this year, he hopes. And of course, Tad Koza will get his comments as well about a team that's certainly built for the future. But don't underestimate that they got some guys that can play. Lots of fun coming up opening night. We'll take a break here on 102.9 CFER and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Great North GM on LaRose Avenue has some great deals on now with the wide clearance, 0% financing on select 2024 trucks, and low interest rates on full-size sport utility trucks. Buying a truck is within your reach. Great North GM also pays top dollar for trade-ins, and their staff are dedicated to providing the best deal for you. Visit Great North GM on LaRose Avenue today to find the right vehicle for you at a great price. You're out.
And welcome to opening night here at the Whitney Forum. The head coach GM of the Bombers, Mike Reagan, joins us. Mike, is this kind of your Christmas, your birthday, your first date, everything that ever is good happened, you rolled into one night?
No, that's playoff time, Hardy.
So not tonight then?
Not tonight. No, tonight is a special night for sure, but there's bigger nights ahead of us.
Well, it is always a special night, though, and I heard you comment about this earlier today. There's nothing like opening night at the Whitney Forum, especially when you take a look at what happens around the league. I mean, this is a night a lot of guys won't forget.
Yeah, for sure. It's an important day for a lot of guys. Some guys, it's their first, junior game. Some guys, it's their first experience in the Whitney Forum. And even for the guys that have played here before, there's nothing like opening night. So, kicking off the season at home here is a nice thing. We've worked extremely hard here over the last 4 or 5 months here, and I think that we're ready to go.
Obviously, a lot of guys have moved on, but that happens in junior hockey each and every year. You are blessed, Mike, with still some guys that are pretty good from last year's club. I mean, Carter Anderson obviously jumps out, league leader in power play goals, better than a point per night player, and certainly one of the best skaters in junior hockey, let alone the SJHL. He's back, Piccinino's back, Sept, and I know we talked a lot about those guys, but who are some of the new recruits that you're looking forward to making an impact maybe sooner than later?
Yeah, who's kind of jumped off the page for us is Rhett Ewan. Big body, skates well. Once he puts it all together, I mean, this guy could be lethal. Very excited about him. Nate Roberge has been really good since the day he got here. We were really excited about. We didn't really know what to expect with him, to be honest with you, but once we saw him, we were really excited with his potential, and he's played very well in exhibition. I don't want to put too much pressure on him, but he kind of reminds me a little bit of Leps last year. And if he can do half of what Leps did for us last year, we're going to be pretty happy. But there's other guys too. I think Ryder Mook has had shown flashes of what he's capable of. Wyatt Stinton, Leo Seitz. There's a lot of good players here. We're really excited about our recruit class. And I think that we got a little shot in the arm the other day by adding Ryder Ringer, and that's going to be a big boost to our lineup here. But unfortunately for us tonight, Anthony Piccinino is not going to be in the lineup here with an injury here. Hopefully he'll be back next weekend.
You mentioned Luke Lepper, Mike. Boy, he looked really good in training camp and looked really good in the preseason. Scored in the last 3 games, and looks like he might be able to jump up there and add some of the offensive punch you'll need from the blue line. Yeah,
well, he's given the opportunity now. Obviously, losing Noah Houle, that's a big loss, and someone's got to provide some offense there on the back end. I think we don't necessarily have a Noah Houle, but there's not many of them in the league, and I think we're going to have to get some contributions by committee on the back end. I think a guy like Cole Tanchuk, who's been around for 4 years, I think he understands that getting more pucks to the net is going to be part of his responsibility. I think that Connor Ryan has some offensive punch. He showed that in his 18U days, and so he's given an opportunity as well here, and I just think that there's plenty of opportunity for those young guys or some of those guys to provide us with some offense.
We're mentioning Ringer, but you also picked up Emerson Clark from the Wheat Kings as well. That was, I guess, last week, so it's another new player that you brought in.
Yeah, Emerson is a guy that came to our spring camp. We knew, he was a high draft pick of the Brandon Wheat Kings. We thought, potentially he could be there. If not, hey, why not be plan B? And, there's a little bit of a connection in Saskatoon there. John, our head scout, knows the family a little bit and was able to get him out for our spring camp and kind of just built a little bit of a relationship there. And, lucky for us, he's in a Bomber uniform, but I know his goal is to play in the Western Hockey League, so we're hoping that we can, provide him with some development here and maybe next year he'll be in the Western League.
Speaking of opportunities, Kenny Morcourt will be the number one guy coming in. Mike, he was 16-3 last year, 4 shutouts. I mean, backup role, he already had some pretty big moments.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, what else could you ask of Kenny last year? And I think that he deserves this opportunity. The one thing about Kenny is he's probably one of the best human beings to be around. He's just a quality individual, and he's that type of guy that guys love playing in front of. And, I'm excited for him. I think that they're big shoes to fill for sure. I think that his games that he played last year were mostly against teams outside the top 4. But that was his role last year, and now his role is completely different, and he's got to make the most of it.
Quickly, Mike, expectations heading into the year. You've been in the finals 3 years in a row, 5 of the last 8, whatever it's been, multiple times. Expectations heading into this year.
Yeah, I know I've said it a few times in a couple different interviews and stuff like that about, the expectations don't change here. The standards that the past, teams have raised that bar to such a high level that it's pretty tough for us to come here to the rink and not have those standards and expectations. But, one of the things that we've talked about a lot is just the process and trusting it. And we understand that you don't win a championship in September. And we've got a lot of work to do. It's a different team. We're going to have a different identity. And we've got to figure that out along the way. And, the one thing that I want fans to be a little bit cautious of is don't expect the same start as last year. It's gonna take some time here. We got to let the young guys feel out the league and develop and get comfortable and confident. And what's important is where this team's at in February and March.
Sounds good, Mike. It's always a special opening night. Of course, another SJHL season is here. So thanks for this. Good luck tonight, and good luck throughout another big season.
Yeah, always great to have you, Hardy, here at our home openers. You do such a terrific job for the Bombers, and you're looking real good.
Thanks, Mike. That's, of course, the head coach and GM here on 102.9 CM.
Every practice, every game, every moment we spend together builds a foundation for our rise. Together we will rise to the challenge. Together we will fight for every puck, every goal, and every inch of that ice.
here with this Nipawin team?
Yeah, obviously disappointing there last year, not making the playoffs, but it is what it is, and we got to move on. And the biggest thing you take from it is you learn from it, and you learn what you can do differently and what you can improve on this year. And obviously last year we were maxed on our 20-year-olds, and had a lot of 19-year-olds and 18-year-olds, and that have obviously moved on to play different hockey now. And so we're looking forward to what this young group can bring this year.
Well, there's no question about it. I mean, I know that it's going to be an exciting team. We talk about the SJHL. It's preached right across the league opportunity. You're going to give a lot of young men an opportunity to play in a pretty darn good league.
Yeah, the nice part about when we're recruiting is you look at our lineup right now. There was opportunity all over our lineup, and you look at even the lineup we're dressing tonight. I mean, we've got 6 returning players, and that's counting one that played in the AJ last year. So the opportunity is there for the young guys to step up into some big roles and play big minutes for us right off the hop. So it's going to be exciting to see which guys can seize that opportunity and jump right into that.
Anytime you comprise a team, you always go from the goalie out. I know you're probably disappointed that David Cunningham isn't back, but saying that, you do have 2 guys that have some experience.
Yeah, I mean, we're still carrying 3 goalies right now, and obviously with Endel coming back, he played well, really did well down the stretch for us last year, and we're looking forward to seeing what they can do. And obviously there's a battle in the crease right now, so and it's no different than the rest of our lineup. Obviously when you're carrying this many guys to start the year, the opportunity's got to go, and you've got to seize that opportunity. And obviously there's going to be lineup changes throughout, but you've just got to go out there and do your job and play your best game you can.
I saw your interview on the SJHL website for a kind of preview. I got the assumption from listening to you, you're pretty happy with what you had. Was it a little bit better of a group than you thought it might be? It seemed like you were pretty excited with what you saw in your training camp and throughout the preseason.
Yeah, obviously, going 1-3 in preseason isn't exactly how you sum it up, but preseason is preseason. It's to work out the kinks, and obviously we started our camp later, and we actually never even practiced until this week. So we finally got our practices in and hammered out some details that we obviously need to work on, and we're just getting ready for tonight now.
You only have 6 guys coming back, but at least you have Radlock, the hometown guy. He'll be the captain. How much are you counting on him for this year?
I mean, you never want to put too much pressure on one guy. The big thing is he's been around for 2 years now, and he's just it's nice when you're a hometown kid, and we can rely on him to be a leader and everything like that. He knows how much this team means to the town, and obviously we expect big things of him this year, and just to go through and keep playing his game. He's obviously one of the hardest working guys that we've definitely come across, and he's going to put in that effort day in and day out.
The Bombers have a Carter Anderson. You have a Carter Anderson from Alberta. I know you're excited about him.
Yeah, we picked him up from Calgary there. He went to the Centennial Cup there last year with that team, so just having his experience and knowing what it takes to obviously win a championship and get to that next level, it's going to be massive for this young group, and just being able to lean on him, especially because we weren't in the playoffs last year. I mean, we've got one guy on our team that played playoffs on our roster right now, and that's obviously Finley from the first year he was here. So just having that experience and helping the young guys out and knowing what it takes is obviously going to be huge for our locker room.
Back here at the Whitney Farm, you've been here many times as both a player and as a coach. Like you said, I know it's only one game, but what would a win to start the year here mean for your group?
Obviously, it'd be huge. You want to start the year off on the right foot, and we haven't played a home opener in Flin Flon for a long time. We've been in obviously in Larange the last couple of years, and so we're definitely looking forward to it. And it's nice to come up here and get a game out of the way. We obviously know what kind of environment this will be. Obviously, with a home opener, the place is going to be rocking tonight. So the big thing is just manage our emotions, staying disciplined, and just worrying about the things that we can control.
I have to ask you, it's a young group heading in. I know you want to make the playoffs, obviously, and go as far as you can. What's your expectation level?
Obviously, to get into the playoffs. I mean, you can sit here and when you start the year, every year you want to win a championship, but you've also got to be realistic, and just with such a young team, we want to take it day by day right now. We got to take it game by game. We know there's going to be learning curves right now, and the biggest thing is just minimizing the mistakes that we're going to make. And hey, it's a game of hockey. We're playing junior A hockey. If we were mistake free, then lots of these players wouldn't be here. They'd be at that next level. So we've just got to manage the expectations, and the big thing is just take it day by day right now, and just continue to get better and work on everything, and we'll get to where we want to go.
Kind of to build off what you just said, with it being a younger group, are you going to have to maybe be a little bit more patient than maybe you normally would in other years with as the younger group as you have? For sure. I think you always have to be patient at the start of the year. It's one of those things where, like we talked about, like we said, there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be mistakes. If you can go out there and play a perfect game, you're probably going to win a hockey game and you'd be really happy. But the big thing with the young team is obviously consistency. They're used to playing U18. Guys are in different different roles than they're used to.
the question you always ask is when you look around your dressing room, you ask them, how many players did you play with last year that aren't playing junior hockey now, or just got released, or just got, get sent down, stuff like that. So you have to realize that, every player in there's a special player, and they're going to help this group win. It's just finding the right spot. And I think you always have to be patient with the young guys. They're going to take their time. There's going to be some guys that step right in and jump right off. I mean, I'll use Eric Coynes as an example. He didn't play the first game of the year last year, and after that, I mean, he was one of our best players throughout the whole year. So, it's going to take time, but we know we've got a really good group in there. I know they're attention to detail and really good throughout the week of practice, and we're definitely looking forward to getting started here tonight.
Looking forward to this one tonight. Looking forward, of course, an upstart Nipawin hockey team. Always good to see you, Tad. Good luck with this young group. It should be a fun team to watch, not only this year, but for many more years to come.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
There he is, Tad Cozen, the head man of the Nipawin Hawks. We're just finishing up the player introductions here, and boy, as these players come out, Mike Slip, there's a lot of new faces here.
It sure is, Hardy. I'm just watching them, a lot of young guys. Boy, Wyatt Stinton and Muka both got great ovations, as Joey Lee's local butch. But introducing Kyle Olsen. Is he wearing an A?
Yes,
Rob?
he is, yeah.
Yeah, that's good to see. 4-year man. All bomber. Bleeds bomber maroon, that guy.
And one of the better players in the league to play against as we get ready to announce the captain, I believe, will be the next announcement here. Here come the Hawks on the ice. They haven't got Cole Township out there yet. Oh, there's a video tribute, that's why. Justin Lee's up there on the Videotron here tonight. Mike Slips, there's a little bit of personal message from him to the fans. I know you're glued to that right now.
The newest captain for your Flin Flon Bombers during the 24-25 season is defenseman Cole Tanchuk.
Well deserved. Maybe the most underrated player in the SHL for the last 3-4 years. Cole Tanchuk, a quiet leader, but well deserved. He's just a good stay-at-home defenseman. Not going to get you a lot of goals, Cole, but he
figures, he says he's going to have it out. He's going to break out the Sherrock bench.
Good. I sure hope so. But then again, he's so good defensively. So congratulations to Cole Tanchuk.
It's interesting. This is how big opening night is here. You notice every player came out here tonight wearing their equipment. Lots of other times the guys that aren't playing, they come out in the suits and stuff, but everybody wanted to skate out here in the equipment.
Yeah, they want to have that big B and unfortunately it might be some of their only chance. But Mike Reagan's got to work through these guys, and he wants to see them all. He's going to give them all a chance, that's for sure.
So a nice job here once again. All the players coming out to a great ovation. We've got a jam-packed Whitney Forum. We got two great hockey clubs with lots of tradition, all set to do battle. Opening night here in the SDHL, and again, nothing beats it. Glad to be back here at the Whitney Forum, and glad to be back with Crate Furniture, Football, Bomber Hockey, and of course, all the other wonderful folks that are able to bring you football, bomber hockey year in, year out. Where would we be without the tremendous sponsors of this community? I'll tell you what, we wouldn't have hockey on the radio. That'd be one thing that wouldn't happen. We'll take a break. A big thanks to local sponsors. I can't thank you enough for all that you do for this team, for this community, and just what you do in general. So glad to have a lot of great partners on board once again for another big year. We'll take a break. Opening lineups, opening face-off coming up from the one and only Whitney Forum here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com. Like I said, it is a loud, ruckus atmosphere here tonight. Great crowd for the home opener. Fans hoping the Bombers can climb that one final hurdle this year. They'll have to deal with obviously a lot of new faces, but one thing is that's been a constant is, of course, Mike Reagan behind the bench, not only the SJHL Coach of the Year, but the CJHL Coach of the Year. And he seems to put together a great roster after great roster. Like I said, for the finals 3 times, 5 of the last 8 years, and no reason to believe, but they won't be in the Final 4 at least again this year.
You know, I was just thinking as you're saying that, Rob, that you just expect a Mike Reagan team to be good. You know, we always say we don't know what to expect. We don't know what to expect, but I don't know if there's anybody better who can put a team together. He's a great recruiter. He's got a good pipeline to different parts of the country and to the United States. So here we go.
The starting lineup for Flin Flon up front is Carter Anderson. Of course, the newcomer ringer that they just got into BC, Cohen Sept. Tanchuk, the new captain. And Connor Ryan, who I thought had a pretty good training camp and preseason, start things off. And of course, Kenny Morcourt, as we mentioned, the starting netminder once again coming back from a banner year. 16-3, a .930 save percentage and 4 shutouts. Should be fun to watch him. The Nipawin Hawks, we're going to see a lot of new faces there tonight, including their goaltender tonight. They're going to go with Tyson Endall, who actually did back up the number 1 guy last year in Cunningham, so he gets the call. And no doubt, going to be interesting, this Nipawin Hawk team. I think Mike Reagan talked about fans being patient. They're going to have to be that way, I think, in Nipawin with a good, big, young group. But tell you what, the future looks bright. The people I've talked to around the SJHL say the Nipawin Hawks are doing it right, the way that they're going about it. And they'll bring back, if everybody comes back, they only lose 1 player off this year's team for next year.
Wow, yeah, that's how you build a team.
Absolutely. So we're underway here at the Whitney Forum. The Bombers have the puck. This is Ringer, the newcomer, at center. Down the wing. He'll bring it in, dropped it back to Sept, a chance, and that redirects off the stick that time of the Hawks. Smith, the only returning D-man, only 6 players back from Nipawin's team last year.
You know what else is new for the Nipawin Hawks are those uniforms. They're beautiful.
Yeah, nice job. It almost looks like they're wool, don't they?
Yeah, they look vintage for sure. You're right, Rob, but they're really nice.
Colin Olsen out there to take the face-off. He'll line up here against Hoynes, one of only 4 returning forwards for the Nipawin Hawks. Face-off inside the Nipawin zone. Hawks win the draw. They quickly get it back to center. That skips off Karkachuk's skate. Karkachuk then throws a body check. Jane will pick it up. He's across the Bomber line before he loses the puck. Joey Lees gets it back, but turns it over to center ice. That's picked up here by the Nipawin forward, Delwyn. Hawks dump it in. They got some pressure here in the early going. Karkachuk back of the net, tried to come back out front. Puck flipped along the boards. That's picked up here by Roberts, one of the newcomers for Flin Flon this year. Flin Flon can't clear. They're going to say somebody hit it ahead for the glove pass. They'll blow that down. 18:40 to go, opening period. Want to send a couple of hellos out there. Want to say good luck to Austin Mattis, of course, former CFR employee. His broadcast debut with the Battleford Stars tonight. Battleford playing Kindersley. That one in Battleford. So good luck to Austin Mattis, kicking off his play-by-play career. And a good hello to my good buddy Marty Martinson, of course, the former voice of the Battleford Stars now in Estevan. His first call with the Bruins here tonight. So best of luck to 2 fantastic guys there. Yakupchuk will throw it in. Knocked down in front of that. The Hawks will get it quickly to center ice. Here comes Karkachuk again. He'll dump it in and go out for a change. Meanwhile, Bombers go back to get it. This is Parsons still out there for Flin Flon. Put it back to Clark at center. Look out! He gets belted here. You can see that one coming a mile away as the Hawk forward had him lined up. That was DeRuin. Flin Flon will keep the puck in. They try to come back out front. DeRuin had that big body check. Can't pick up the puck. He's the blue line. Ewan will pick it up. Gets it back out front. The blue line. There's a chance by Ryan. Shot right on. A blocker save made here by Endall. Rebound is cleared back down the ice. There's Ryan for Flin Flon. Chipped it ahead. Gruner can't get a stick on it. Hits the Hawk skate. Comes back in the Flin Flon zone. Connor Ryan will get it back. Looks like somebody lost some piece of equipment just below us. The referee grabbed it. Puck spurts free. Here's Keith Gruner. Pass picked off here by Bratt. Big interception there. Hawks with some good momentum here in the early going, 2.5 in. Picked off a number of Flin Flon passes. They get another chance out front. There's the first big save for Kenny Morcourt. The redirection that time, and that's the Hawks' Carter Anderson with that chance.
Yeah, ill-advised pass by Keith Gruner right up the middle, and they weren't. The boys were able to get back and back check, but that's very dangerous.
Adrian Fox set for the face-off here against the Bombers Gruner, so the Nipawin Hawk #1 line is out there, scoreless in the opening period. Just underway, 17:15 to go in the opening period. Bombers try to get the puck back of their own net. Smith, the veteran Nipawin D-man, waits for it, throws it back of the goal for Fox. He's pinned up along the wall that time by Roberge. Roberge tries to get out of traffic, trying to play it ahead, hit a skate, but was unable to clear it. Here's Keith Gruner back in center, been out there a long time. He's going to dump it in and go off for a change, and Hawks will pick things up deep inside the Flin Flon zone. Here's the swing pass, grabbed here by Nooner. Is that how you pronounce that? Drake with the steal across the Bomber line, by himself a shot. Gets his own rebound. He'll hang on to it. Trying to play it out front, but the Hawks are stealing a lot of passes up the middle of the ice here. They get another chance to get a backhander. Morcourt will turn that one aside on an opportunity that time for the Hawk forward, Finley Randloff, the hometown captain, who still has another year left in the SJHL. Bombers ice it, looking a little bit dicey on the back end right now, Mike Slip.
Yeah, a lot of bad giveaways. That's how I would say it, Rob Nooner. I don't know. We'll figure it out as the season goes on, but yeah, they scrambly in their own zone and giving the puck up. Kenny's had to make a couple of nice saves, real nice save down at the other end by Tyson Endall too.
So we'll get the hometown product for the Flin Flon Bombers. Stitton lining up here against Whitner. Bombers win the draw. They'll swing sights up the left side, trying to get that back out front, and Bombers couldn't catch up. It looked like somebody bumped along that Nipawin net. It'll be interesting to see if that came off the borings or not. Hawks working the blue line. Knocked down by Clark. A shot right on the former Brandon Wheat King. Getting his first case for Flin Flon, of course, was not here for the preseason. Just arrived after the preseason wrapped up. Hawks back on a 3-on-2 at center. Witter will hammer it in. Trying to pick up that one is his line mate Radloff, the captain. Leading scorer returning from last year. Third on team scoring last year, and he'll be counted upon heavily again this year. Bombers have the puck in their own zone. They'll carry it up the ice. Here comes Clark to center. Clark has got it by himself. Bombers are changing. He'll carry it in. Clark down the wing, tried to come back out front. That's intercepted off Wycritz's skate. Football gets it back, a shot right on right pad. Save made that time. He's looking sharp early. Tyson Endall. Puck set back in the Flin Flon zone. Tanchuk there to try to pick this one up. Pinned up along the boards that time by Hoynes. Flin Flon dangerously throws it up the middle again. They're lucky that wasn't picked off. Goes back in the Hawk zone. Their goaltender comes out to play it. That's Endall. Around the boards, grabbed by Radloff at center. Tries to swing the pass ahead to Karkachuk. Too far, icing called, 15:06 to go. Shots are 3 apiece, and Flin Flon cannot continue to throw the puck up the middle like that.
Not at all. Mr. Ringer's first shift was I thought he looked really good out there. He's a nice skater. We'll see what happens here. Ringer, Sept, and is that Carter Anderson on the other side?
You better believe it. Good pace to this game.
There he is, yeah.
Speaking of Anderson, off the face-off, he'll get a shot away. Off the stick over top of the net. Racing to pick it up. Back of the goal is Ringer. Back of the net for Sept. Back up by Anderson. Can't get any wood on it. That's intercepted. The Hawks will carry it out. Nice pass to center. Picked up here by Hoynes. Hoynes down the wing. Had a couple Hawks going to the front of the net. Couldn't get it through. Bombers try to get it back. Ringer can't pick it up. Intercepting at the line with Smith. He gets hit hard as the Bombers with a bit of a rush. Ringer up the wing with Sept. Sept takes the pass. The backhander turned away. Stick save made by Endall. Hawks work it back to center. Chipping it in that time was DeRuin. DeRuin back there tied up with Ryan. Anderson banks it off the boards and clears it down the ice. And racing after it here is Wallington. Had to be careful. Had Olofsson on top of him. Flin Flon almost had too many men on the ice here. Puck comes back to center. Lifted back across the line, but the Hawks get it out. That's Lafleur. His backhander makes its way back to Nooner. Nooner, a newcomer for the Bombers. Up to Olofsson. Can't pick it up. Roll back to Luke Lepper. Here's Luke Lepper. A backhand pass to Olofsson. He'll try to catch up with it. Intercepted that time. Bombers get it back to the blue line. Lepper will hold it in. His backhander back of the goal. Looking for Parsons. He can't pick it up. Here's Nooner. Shot easily stopped again by Endall. Good pressure here by Flin Flon. They center it out front. Nooner has it. Lets her go. Blocked that time by the Hawks, DeRuin. Nipawin can't clear it out, though. Puck stays there. Finally, they get to it. Cizak has it. He's tripped up here. Dropped it back, and that one fired over top of the net that time. A good hard shot by Lafleur. They said Lafleur had a really good training camp. They're really looking forward to seeing what he can do. Of course, he was in Nipawin last year, one of 6 players returning. Puck rolled inside the Hawk zone. Mitchell quickly gets it. We've got a long time without whistles here. Yakimchuk just outside the Hawk blue line, throws it right back in. And then we'll stop that back of the net. Hawks try to work it up the right side for Drake. Too far, no icing, it must have hit him. Meanwhile, Clark will pick it up back in the Bomber net. Swings the pass up the boards. The Bombers get it back to Gruner at center. Here comes Keith Gruner across the line. Up the right side, there's a shot from an off angle. Kind of fooled Endo a little bit. He'll hang on. And the Bombers getting a couple chances here, been able to keep the puck in deep, but nothing really good in tight in front of the net so far.
No, you're right, Rob. There went a long time in between whistles. There's Pierce Yakimchuk. Speaking of nice kids, he's a really nice young man, and he looked so good in the playoffs last year. He didn't get a chance much in the regular season, but he proved himself in the playoffs, getting his chance here tonight in this season.
Gruner against Fox here, face off to the left of the Nipawin goaltender Endall. Bombers win the draw back to point. There's a shot and missed by much. It comes right back out front. Drake grabs it for the Hawks off the glass, and a 2-on-1 developing. Here's Fox the other way. He had a player going to the front of the net, but he couldn't find him. And the Hawks will send it down the ice, and Endall will come out, and looks like he kind of was not going to play it. Now he'll poke it in the corner. Bombers pick it up and try to come back out front, but intercepted here and picked up by Jansen. Lets it over the far side. That's picked up by the other forward, but the Hawks couldn't do much with it. Muka back the other way. Here's the local product. Ryder Muka, shot right on. And the save made here by Tyson Endall. 12:09 to go, opening period, still no score. The Frontline Sport and Leisure shot clock, 7-3 Bombers, but again, most of these shots have come from well out. Yeah, that one that nearly snuck in there on Endall, but he was able to corral it. It sort of handcuffed him a bit. Ringer, Anderson, and Sept, the big line back out there with Ryan and Tanchuk on the back end. The Bombers win the draw. Carter Anderson has it, hangs on. Anderson trying to work his way out front, gets a backhander away. Endall there to make the quick save, and he'll grab the rebound as well. But boy, Anderson, the guy's just such a good skater, good playmaker, good energy guy. Could be one of the most exciting players in Western Canada this year. I don't disagree with you. He that was nice. It looked a little like Justin Lee's out there moving around the way he was skating in and out of traffic. Bombers win another face-off. Tanchuk will pinch in here. He's got it. His quick shot got blocked. Hawks get a hold of it, just get it out. Jans will try to catch up with the center just out of his reach. There's Winter in there as well, but Lepper gets it back. Bank pass picked up here by Anderson, on the boards to Ringer. Ringer across the blue line, hangs on, trying to throw it out front. Intercepted that time by Mitchell, but he can't clear. Football gets it back to Anderson, a chance! That goes off the crossbar. He had Endall beat, but he fired it off the bar. That close to being 1-0. Tanchuk holds it in. His quick shot, blocked in front. Connor Ryan after he fanned on it. He falls down. Sept will keep it in. Gets a hold of it, rips it over top of the net. Good pressure here again by the Bombers. The Hawks are tired here. We'll see if Flin Flon can make them pay. Anderson back to the goal. Out front for Sept, but he's denied. Rebound set down the ice. The Hawks can finally get people on the ice. Will they be able to? No. They'll have to stay out there. That was nice and called. What a shift by the Sept Anderson Ringer line. They were moving the puck around, had some good chance, and as you say, off the crossbar. That was by far the best shift the Bombers have had so far. Face off back inside the Hawks zone, the right of Endall, and of course everybody have to come out or come back on because it was an icy call. Flin Flon meanwhile can change things up. There's a bit of a tired Nipawin group out there right now. Good work along the boards here by Dubé. Back of the net. They'll send it back to blue line. Held in here. There's a shot by Lepper. Big collision in front. I think that's Stanton that's down. Goalie down. He's shaken up here. Flin Flon gets a chance. His prize wasn't blown down. He doesn't have his stick. But comes back to center. Picked up here by Nooner. He'll dump it in. Sept will race after, but once again, the goaltender Edel up the plate to the corner. Flin Flon holding it in. They're trying to step up their first goal of the regular campaign. Puck held in that time by Sept. We've got the goal bomber go chant going. Sept spins away for traffic, and a guy open out front, and he can't get it to him. Hawks desperately trying to get it out. Nooner will hold it in, but finally it comes out. Nooner knocks it down. They're offside. Had to wait for Vassell to get back on side. Hawks poke it out, comes back to center. This is Nooner. Up the board, picked off this time by Nyquist, but he couldn't do much with it. Olofsson trying to come back the other way. Here comes the goaltender up the plate high along the glass. He'll get it out. And Leper will pick this one up. They're going to say it's a high stick.
That shouldn't have been called. The Nipawin Hawk did touch it, but ref missed it. So
media timeout. We'll take a break. We're still scoreless midway through the opening period. This is Crate Furniture Flin Flon Bomber Hockey here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com. Point of the opening period, the shots 11-3 for the Bombers on the Frontline Sport and Leisure shot clock. 9:45 to go. A lot of the plays in the Nipawin zone, but the Hawks have been able to weather the storm so far. They'll push the puck back to center. That's Big Lafleur there. Gets hit by Yakimchuk with a body check. Puck rolled the Bombers zone. Cizak is racing down there after it. It's a back to blue line, held in by Wallington. Throws it back to the Bomber net. Grabbed that time by DeRuin. He loses the handle of Joey Lees. Joey Lees off the glass. We'll get it down the ice as it makes its way over the D-man. Smith is back to get it. His backhander sent back to center. Cizak chipped it back in the Flin Flon zone. There's Clark for Flin Flon. Played it back to Joey Lees. Brings the pass to Parsons at center. He'll hammer it back in. 9:06 to go. Olofsson back to the goal. Picked up by Lees out front. He had Parsons open off the tip of his stick. Hawks in trouble again inside their own zone. They're having a real tough time getting out. Lafleur can't knock it down. Parsons keeps it in. Off the boards. Intercepted that time. The Hawks have it. And they make their way to center. Cizak takes the pass. Across the line. He fanned on it. Had a couple guys come in the front of the net. Drake in there. He's a big body. Drake will pick it up. Makes its way back to the blue line. He hangs onto it. Shuffles that one through. Cizak. Not sure where it was. It was in his skates. The Bombers lifted past the blue line. And it makes its way back to Nipawin blue line where it's picked up here. And sent off the stick that time of Drake. Flin Flon gets it back. Connor Ryan. Tanchuk trying to come back up the middle that time for Muka. Muka will race in and pick it up. Throws it out front. Nobody there. And the puck will clear the zone and come back to center ice or the Bomber side of center where Connor Ryan has it. Chipped it ahead to Gruner. Gruner ahead to Sept. The chance. Another crossbar here for Flin Flon in the opening period. Two crossbars. The Bombers coming up empty, but getting some chances here in this scoreless opening period. Bombers work it to Ryan at the blue line. He'll hold it in. Ryan walking in, shoots it. Redirects and off the glass and grabbed here by Muka. He'll keep it in. Back of the goal for Keith Gruner. A little bit out of his reach. Battling along the boards here. The puck does come out. Leper will grab it at his own blue line. A good start for Flin Flon tonight, scoreless, but they've looked good in the opening period. Sept will take the pass. Down the wing. Cuts in a shot from a sharp angle off the side of the net. Loose puck is picked up back of the goal. And the Hawks will move it back out. That's Radloff looking for it. Can't grab it. Leper back the other way. Fights off the check. Luke Leper on the attack. Tried to come back out front. Hit a leg. Nooner from the blue line. A chance. It's somebody in front never made it through. They try to set Radloff in. Radloff will pick it up. Looking for Jansen to jump at the play. Throws it to the side of the net. And Moorcourt will reach out and grab it. For Flin Flon tonight, 2 crossbars. Maybe a little bit of, I guess, not so much puck luck right now. No puck luck in the opening period.
The Bombers have taken over this game. The first part of the period, they were making some foolish passes. They've tightened that up, and they're just hemming the Nipawin Hawks in their own zone. They're beating Nipawin to almost every puck in the offensive zone. So,
well, the difference being right now that they're never in their own end to throw the puck away anymore.
That's right.
All the plays went down the Nipawin zone.
You're absolutely right, Rob.
Puck comes back to center. Sept will poke that one in. Wallington wanted to come up with the goaltender. Loves to go out and play the puck, but he hesitates a little bit before he does that. Karkachuk, he's had a good opening couple shifts tonight. Can't knock it down. The Bombers get it back. Ringer. There's Anderson. Wallington stood him up. Smith in there trying to get a hold of the puck as well. He's bumped off the play that time by Ringer. Puck stays in. Picked up by Sept. He'll spin off the glove that time of Endall and wide. Flin Flon throwing a lot of rubber in his direction. Again, the Bombers out shooting the Hawks. 12-3 here on the Frontline Sport and Leisure shot clock here in the opening period. Opening night in the SJHL right here at the one only Whitney Foreman, of course, 102.9 CFPR, FlinFlonOnline.com. Glad to be back. Blue Creighton Furniture, Flin Flon Bomber Hockey. Here's a steal by Anderson. Anderson walking in. Can he finish? No! Poked away by Endall. Great save. But a Flin Flon Bomber power play is coming up.
What a move. I was thinking, well, this is in with Carter Anderson, but Endall with a nice play. Here's the replay.
Yeah, Endall gets the poke check down on him. That's the replay, I think, of the crossbar.
On the crossbar, you're right.
Here's the one right there, and Endall got the stick on it. Oh, Endall, a pretty big goaltender.
Yeah, he sure is.
Does a really nice job taking away the lower part of the net.
You mentioned he hesitates a bit, and boy, you can't do that as a goalie. You either go or you don't, and the minute you hesitate is when you get into trouble. You gotta commit, and you might be wrong, you might be right, but you gotta commit one way or the other.
Our very first Pepsi power play contestant, Merle Sproxton, gets his pucks in the gateway. Of course, the Bombers have been so lethal in the power play the last number of years, and we'll see what some of the new recruits can do. Carter Anderson, of course, a big part of the power play success from last year. Was just out on shift, so he's not out there right now. Here's a steal here from Lafleur. Lafleur short-handed here for the Hawks. He'll bring the puck in. Lafleur falls down, loose to handle, picked up here by Joey Lees. Feeds it ahead. Here's Olofsson with Parsons cutting in. Throws it out front, knocked away. Great play that time by Radloff. Tanchuk will follow it in. He'll keep it in. Back of the goal for Olofsson to the blue line. Knocked down by Lees. Joey Lees walks in, a shot. Good glove save that time. Endall, a minute 18 to go in the power play. And 5:24 to go in the period. Penalty being handed out to Nipawin. What was the call? Was it tripping?
I think it was a hook, Rob. It was a hook.
Penalty being assessed here to number 22, Henry Smith, the veteran D-man. So, new power play unit. Carter Anderson's out there. We know where he'll be going. As Lepper gets the puck, and already Anderson calls for it. He fans on it. And picked up quickly off these live boards. Grabbed here by Endall. A minute 13 to go in the power play. 5:19 in the opening period. 16-3 the shots in favor of Flin Flon here in the opening period. But Endall getting some help from his friends. The crossbar not once but twice. And the Bombers have come up empty. See what they can do on the power play. Lepper keeps it in. Anderson takes the pass. Here's Carter Anderson. Back to Ringer to Anderson again. Anderson hangs on, dropped it in the corner, picked up here by Sept. Back to Ringer. Ringer looking for some room. Left it there for Sept. Not a lot of room. The Hawks are doing a nice job turning away the neutral part of the, taking away the whole middle of the ice. Sept, he'll knock it down. He's got it, feeds it back to Lepper. Lepper swings it across to Carter Anderson. You know, the Hawks anticipating that's where they want to go. Spins, fires, gets a quick release, and once again, Endall is there, and that's the one disadvantage for Carter Anderson this year. Everybody knows what he did in the power play last year. They're going to be watching it even extra close this time.
That's right. But the power play looks good, Rob. They moving the puck around nice, very patient with the puck and not panicking.
Hoynes takes the face-off against Gruner. Nipawin wins the draw, and they do get the puck past the blue line. Lepper couldn't knock it down. 32 seconds to go in the power play. 4.5 to go in the opening period. Still waiting for our first goal of the brand new year. Lepper Swings the pass to Sept. Here's Anderson quickly. Brought it in, got poked away that time by Hoynes, but he gets it back. Lepper at the blue line. Here's Ripper. Out front, Gruner found on him, but Anderson gets it, a chance, blocker save, rebound, fired over top of the net by Gruner. Anderson will keep it in. Anderson in the blue line, power play about to expire. Ringer's chance, deflected out front. Gruner got a stick on it, throws it back out front to Lepper. Lepper to Ringer, shoots, save made, Endall with the blocker. Ringer gets his rebound out front, they can't jam it, and now they do! And I think Ringer's gonna get it. I think Ringer scored behind the net. It won't be a power play goal, but the Bombers able to keep the momentum going. Here's the replay. I thought Ringer scored behind the net. You're thinking it's Cohen Sept. Is that what you're thinking?
Yes, sir. I think it is. Just the way, and the only reason I say that is the way they came back to the the bench. Let me tell you, Mr. Ringer, so far is everything we were told he would be. He's moving around like they have him back on defense on the power play, and he's going to be a good addition. At least he is so far, and I'm sure he'll continue.
So Cohen Sept, in fact, does get the goal. What happened? Did he just redirect that in?
I think so. I think they're jamming at it.
Anyway, Sept will get it. Ringer will get an assist. We'll see if the second one gets at it. Meanwhile, the Hawks try to come back down. I'm trying to think the last time that Nipawin had a shot on net. I don't think it's been since the opening couple of minutes here.
No.
20-3 is the shots. Here comes the Bombers back on the attack again. Seitz has got an open line. Seitz! Back out front. He had Stitton wide open, and he couldn't get it to him. Boy, the defense really broke down there for Nipawin. They let Seitz walk right in. Stitton wide open out front. I don't know if he didn't see him or he just couldn't get it there, but boy, was he open.
I don't know what you can say when the shots are 20-3. The Nipawin Hawks, as I say, came out really good to start, and they had 3 shots on net early. Haven't had one since.
No, been a long time coming for them. Face off back inside the Hawk zone. It comes out Tanchuk. He'll rip it in, and it's picked up here. Actually, Mitchell will let the forward Radloff come back and get it. Over to Jansen at center. He bumps with Tanchuk. Puck rolls inside the Flin Flon zone. Down to 3 minutes remaining here in the opening period. A good one for the Bombers. Like we mentioned, out shooting the Hawks 20-3. There's a chance there, but he's knocked to the ice. That's Witter. Here comes Parsons back the other way for Flin Flon out front. Joey Lees, backhander, big save, gets his own rebound. Trying to throw it out front. It's amongst skates there. And cleared off the boards and back down the ice. Another big late charge. Here's Morcourt. Ahead to Tanchuk. Catches the Hawks changing. Tanchuk out front. Joey Lees. Oh, he took the picture perfect pass. The goaltender, Endall committed, but he couldn't put in the empty net. Oh, Flin Flon, some glorious chances. Nipawin really fortunate. It's only a 1-0 deficit right now. Hawks try to slow things down. This is Wellington in his own line. To Czak, he didn't see it. Turned over, the Bombers have it. They'll skate up the other way. They'll dump it in. They come back out front. And they're on top of the goaltender once again. And that's Ewan, former property of Laurent Ice-Wolves. Mike Reagan commenting on him in our pregame show here tonight, and they're really excited about him. But boy, Nipawin really haven't been able to they haven't been able to stop the Bombers from getting in on tight on them now.
Not at all. Joey Lees with a nice shift and some great moves. Mr. Endall is keeping the Nipawin Hawks in this game.
He certainly is. 22-3 is the shots. Hawks win the face-off. There's Anderson here for the Hawks off his stick quickly. Bombers get it back to Nooner. His chance. Deflected out front. Puck is bouncing. And once again, Endall had to be on top, but boy, he's been busy here in the opening period.
They're just leaving guys standing there. They got to move some of these bodies out from in front of Tyson Endall. Ewan is a big body to move, but
Hoynes will take the face-off against Gruner once again to the right of the netminder. Endall. Nipawin is starting to win some face-offs. They have that in their favor. Karkachuk the long shot. Not a lot of work from Morcourt here. Just a 4th shot in the period, and that one came from well out of the net. Hawks trying to get something going here late. There's a high stick there. Penalty coming up to Flin Flon. Anderson takes a stick in the face, so maybe a chance for Nipawin to get some momentum here, Mike, with 1:35 to go in the opening period.
Yeah, they'd love to get one here, Rob, to turn the tide. Mr. Ringer has got that one.
He'll take the high sticking penalty, and we'll see what Nipawin can do, who've been basically under siege since really the first 3 or 4 minutes of the opening period.
It's just been all Flin Flon, and but where it counts, it's only 1-0, so a good chance for the Nipawin Hawks to tie it up here.
And their number 1 line is fresh too, Fox, Anderson, and Radlaff. So they'll go out there for the face-off deep inside the Flin Flon zone. Puck is bouncing. Bruner knocked it down, but the Hawks hold it in. Anderson along the boards this time, picked up here by Fox. Fox the blue line. Whitaker's got it, dropped it back. There's a chance they score! How about that? The Nipawin Hawks will tie the game. A redirection by Finley Radloff, the hometown captain. And I told you, to give a team a chance for momentum at the end of the period, he redirects that. Well, I'd like to see the replay on this. They work it back to blue line. Here's the shot here. And look at that nice deflection by Radloff out front to tie up this game.
Yeah, Keith Gruner had lost his stick up top, and it gave the Nipawin Hawks a good chance, and then Radloff with the tip. Real nice goal, big goal for the Nipawin Hawks. Maybe it'll spark them a little here.
Radloff, the hometown captain on the power play, has tied things up there with 1:13 to go. And I'll tell you what, Nipawin needs to give Tyson Endel a nice extra little tap on the pads tonight. He's kept his team in this game. And a big lift here for the Hawks late in the opening period. And I think the 1 assist will go for sure to the D-man Weichhertz. I'm not sure if there'll be a second assist added. We'll find out in the intermission. But a 1-1 hockey game here. Sept has got it at center, trying to poke it ahead. Weichhertz got an assist on that goal, intercepted that. Played it back to DeRuin. DeRuin lost it to Carter Anderson. Cizak, though, comes back and gets it from him. Cizak, a nice move there. Lost the handle at center. Boy, Nipawin almost made him in on the ice that time. They'll flip it back to center. Townchuck able to intercept this. 29 seconds to go. Flin Flon offside. And 23-5 is the shots after 1. But the Nipawin Hawks have battled and stayed in this game, and you just never know.
You mentioned at the start of the game that Cole Tadchuk wanted to be a little more offensive. He sure has been tonight. He hasn't scored, but he's made some nice moves, some nice passes, and jumped up into the play in the offensive zone.
Sitton takes the face-off here against Hoynes, just outside the Nipawin blue line. Then he'll go up and hit somebody in the Nipawin bench. So they'll blow that down in 24 seconds. Speaking of Cole Township, he'll be our very first Creighton Pizza Flin Flon Bomber player profile interview of the new year. Of course, the captain, 4th year with the squad, and I know he's very honored to be the captain of this team. So many great players, of course. Lots of different generations, whether it was the Western League, Norman League, NJHL, SJHL, senior teams. A lot of great players have worn that C for this illustrious team throughout the many years of the history of hockey. Hawks have the puck in their own zone. They will clear it. Speaking of Anderson, that's Carter Anderson of the Hawks. Can't pick up the pass. Puck rolls back down to Flin Flon territory. Lepper lost the handle, but it won't matter. The opening period is over. And boy, if you're Tad Kozak, you've got to be thrilled with a 1-1 score after 1 period of play.
23-5 shots, but as I say, where it counts, it's 1-1, and it was a good power play shot. Somebody in front of the net tipped it. Radloff.
Yeah, no goalie's going to stop that.
No, Kenny couldn't have done anything. Keith Gruner had lost his stick, as I say, so it gave the defenseman a chance to get a good shot. I was very impressed with Ringer that period.
A lot of energy.
He's flying out there, and that line looks great. With Cohen Sept, Anthony Piccinino out for the evening, but the Bombers look great. They just couldn't score a couple of crossbars and sides of nets that were close. And
the wide open net that Joey Lee's missed.
Yeah, and Tyson Endel made some nice saves.
Anyway, like I said, if you're Tad Kozak, you've got to be thrilled. On the road, 1-1 after 1, and being outshot 23-5 in the opening period. We'll take a break. The first intermission show for the co-op is straight ahead. We'll take a look at that first period scoring summary. We'll chat with the new captain, Cole Township, out-of-town scoreboard. Lots of fun stuff going on opening night in the SJHL. Nothing beats it here at the Whitney Forum. And once again back on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Power up with Honda. RAG in the paw. Find the there's 5, but the Creighton pizza spot wasn't logged, so I'm going to say 6. If you're working or trying to have fun, they can do it all. Plus, get special offers on select side-by-sides. Then for the water,
there we go.
$2,500 on select models of Honda Marine outboard motors, with financing starting at 2.99%. Lead the way in Power Up with Honda this summer at RAG in the Paw, your trusted local Honda parts and retail store.
McDonald's you got is a proud supporter of sports and hockey in the North and are cheering on the Flin Flon Bombers as they try to bring home the Cantera Seeds Cup. Remember to stop by and enjoy all the tasty menu items any time of the day. Breakfast, we got the delicious McMuffin sandwiches, the Bacon Acres, Sausage Acre, Egg McMuffin, and hot cakes. Lunch and supper, enjoy everything from Big Mac to Quarter Pounders, the Quarter Pounder BLT, McChicken, Crispy Chicken, and of course the McNuggets. And don't forget about the value meal. It includes the McDouble and the Junior Chicken. Use the app and order online to collect points for all kinds of free items and free meals. McDonald's and Flin Flon, drive-through open daily at 7 a.m. And once again, cheering on your Flin Flon Bombers into a Cantera Seeds Cup victory.
You would like a job with a trusted company that could turn into a successful career. For a company known for a great benefits plan, competitive wages, and a pension plan, Arctic Beverages is hiring. Send your resume and cover letter for the warehouse position or to work in sales to M. Gummerson at arcticbev.com. That's MGUMMERSON at ARCTICBEV.com. Or drop it off at Arctic Beverages on Green Street. They'll provide all the training, and all you need is a positive attitude and be able to lift around 50 pounds minimum. Don't miss this opportunity. Apply to work at Arctic Beverages today.
You're on.
And welcome back to Whitney Forum, our first intermission show once again for the North of 53 Consumers Co-op. Let's take a look at that first period scoring summary. Cohen Sept gets credit for the goal. You had a pretty good vision on it. Anderson gets the assist. I thought it was scored from behind the net. How did it look to you?
Yeah, no, I think Cohen, it came out, Anderson got it out, and it was just in the crease, and Cohen jammed it in. So that's how I saw it. I don't know if I'm right, but that's how it looked.
You know, it's kind of fitting that Cohen Sept gets the first goal here tonight because there's been so much talk about Carter Anderson.
Yeah.
Anthony Piccinino, who can't go tonight, and on and on. He's been almost kind of like the forgotten guy. You know, you take a look at his numbers last year.
Yes.
Not a bad rookie campaign. He scored a couple of big goals in the playoffs last year. Could be a really big year for him.
Played regularly last year, too.
They got a chance to play at the big line a couple times.
That's right. Cohen Sept, he's going to be a key member of this Flin Flon Bomber team this year. And he showed it there. Cohen Sept had a great period, too. That's a good-looking line.
It certainly is. Boy, it looked like Flin Flon in really good shape there. Totally outplaying and had the Hawks really back on their heels, but they get a late power play. Radloff, one of only 6 veteran players from last year's team, a good one.
Yeah.
The hometown captain. He was third in team scoring last year, like I mentioned, with a pretty good group of forwards there. So he ties things up. Wykert's a shot from the blue line. He gets a stick on it. Fools Kenny Morcourt. Let's face it, Kenny was probably pretty cold by the end of that period.
Yeah, and I think he might have even been screened, and then it was tipped. So a double whammy for Kenny on that one.
Mitchell will get the second assist. That came late at 18:41. The shots all Flin Flon's favor, 23-5. Big difference right now in the power play. So Flin Flon did everything but score on the power play. Mind you, their goal did come right after it expired. It might not officially be a power play goal, but that was a big factor. Flin Flon officially 0 for 1. The Hawks 1 for 1. That's the story so far. After 20 minutes of play, before we take a break, get ready for the interview. We should mention former Flin Flon Bomber Donovan Hull-Villeneuve getting a tryout with the San Jose Sharks, and he's getting a chance to go to main camp.
Yeah, that's it's awesome to hear. You got Tyson. We mentioned Donovan, but Tyson Empey is with the Manitoba Moose. So we're not the Bombers not only moving players on to NCAA and college, they're moving them on to the pros.
And I think he's got a chance to make that team. I know it might
not
be
a great team, so you might be right.
I think there's teams in the American Hockey League that would beat them.
Yeah, but he's still playing in the NHL, so we hope for the best for Donnie.
They're going to finish dead last. You might as well give some guys a chance to play.
Yeah, and really proud of those guys that moved on. And listen, I'm going to mention somebody, Matt Egan. He has struggled with his health again. he's back on the ice with the Minot State Beavers. He had a rough summer, but like the warrior he is, he bounced back and he's playing hockey at a high level.
You know what? You might not find a more determined player anywhere than him.
Not only a player, a more determined person in life. He just keeps getting kicked, it seems, and keeps bouncing back. So very proud of Matt Egan and his tenacity.
I'm glad you brought that up. A tremendous guy, tremendous bomber, and it's tough not seeing him in uniform. And I'll be honest, it's tough not seeing his mom and dad at a game tonight here either.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Beavers are playing tonight, so Jeff probably not listening. But if he is, hello to the Eagles. Great people.
And Matt Egan, like I said, he'll be certainly missed here. I know the Bombers would love to have him back this year, but unfortunately in junior hockey, you don't get to play forever.
No, you don't.
But a chance to play hockey like Mike indicated at Minot, so certainly the best of luck to him. And just moving forward, a guy that certainly deserves to have some blessings come his way.
Yeah, sure does.
We'll take a break. Cole Tanchik's the new captain. We'll hear what he has to say. Our Creighton Pizza player profile is on the way. And more from the opening intermission on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Hudbay is proud to be a sponsor of this Bomber broadcast. From donations for bursaries, hockey schools, clubs, community events, charities, and so much more, Hudbay has supported our community with dedication and generosity, contributing to events and organizations. Hudbay thanks the people of Flin Flon for their continued support.
So the kids are at their friend's house, the dog's asleep, the nosy neighbors are down south. Let's do it. We're getting Creighton's Pizza. With everybody around, we fight for the last slice and always lose. We want pizza how we want it. Plus your one-stop shop for favorites like fried chicken, Greek, Chinese, burgers, and the new baked ravioli. This time call 688-2080 for Creighton's Pizza. Fight for the last slice and win. You're up.
Welcome to our first intermission. Our big Flin Flon Bomber player profile courtesy of Creighton Pizza tonight. Pleased to be joined by the new Flin Flon Bomber captain, Cole Tanchik. Fourth year for you in junior hockey, fourth year for you in Flin Flon. Cole, has this been a night you've been waiting for a while?
Yeah, I have been. It's crazy how much this community and this organization means to me.
What were your thoughts on being named the captain here? Was it a surprise? Was it something you thought might happen? Your thoughts on getting this nice honor?
I thought it was going to happen, and obviously it's a tremendous opportunity for me, and I'm grateful.
Got to ask you how your summer went. The team, all kinds of great players, came up a little bit short last year. You've been with the team the last 3 years, a lot of playoff success. I guess your thoughts on kind of how the season ended and what you're up to throughout the summertime.
Obviously the season didn't end how we wanted it to end. And then in the summer, you always have that in the back of your mind about losing, obviously, 3 straight years in the finals, and this year's going to be different.
Now, what did you do in the summertime to keep your mind off hockey? Did you get a bit of a break or do any traveling, anything like that?
I went to Banff early in the summer, and I worked a lot this summer, kind of went fishing, all that sort of stuff.
So some fun stuff then?
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, you lost a lot of firepower from last year's team. What were your expectations coming into this year with a lot of guys that you obviously have to replace?
Yeah, we lost a lot of firepower, but we got a lot of guys that are ready to step up.
Now, you're going to be the captain. That's going to be an interesting role. Let's start with this. Were you ever a captain on any other team that you played for?
Yeah, in Bantam I was captain, and then my second year midget with the Tisdale Trojans, I was assistant captain.
So kind of nothing new for you then?
No, I'm kind of used to it.
I noticed that, at least in the preseason, you're trying to add a little bit, maybe more offense to your repertoire. Is that something you kind of expect from yourself, something that the team expects from you? I mean, we know you're going to be the captain, obviously going to be counted on for a lot of leadership, but what other areas are you looking to contribute in this year?
Yeah, I think as a fourth-year guy, I need to step up my offensive ability.
Power play time, you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I am.
You had a chance to play a little bit of the power play in the preseason. How did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. I was on the power play quite a bit last year, too.
Let's talk about some of the new players. You just brought a new forward. You just brought a new defenseman from Brandon, a new forward that you just got in from Alberta. Your thoughts on these two new additions to your hockey club?
Yeah, they're awesome players. They're going to be really good for us.
I guess that's the thing with your team. You really can't really judge it the first month of the year. It changes so much throughout the year.
Yeah, you're right.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing for you? I mean, you know where you're going to be. Is it tough to get used to new guys coming in all the time?
I think it's a good thing. You always want to have the best team you can.
Let's Let's talk about this team. Like you said, 3 years in the finals, some tremendous players. What did you, I know you guys didn't quite get over that hump, but what did you learn in those trips to the finals with some of the other guys that, of course, have gone on to a lot of great things in hockey?
I think you just got to come to play every night.
Simple as that?
Yeah.
And the playoff push, I know that it's one thing to make the playoffs, another thing to get to the finals. A lot of personal sacrifices by players too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Lots of block shots.
And you yourself, is it hard to believe that you're getting ready for your 4th year?
Yeah, it is hard to believe. I wouldn't have thought when I was 15 drafted by the Bombers that I'd play 4 years and be the captain of the team.
Take me back. Do you remember the first time you ever walked in this building and what you thought, what was going through your mind?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. It's hard to remember, but probably at a fall camp, and it's just how much tradition is in this building.
Did you have any idea that you'd play as many games with this team? You'd be the captain, you'd be here for the 4th year, you'd have all this playoff success. Did you ever fathom any of those things when you're coming in here as a rookie?
No, that's not something you think of when the first time you come into the building.
Let's talk about your opponent, the Nipawin Hawks, here tonight. I know it's a brand new team as well, but a very good rivalry between these two clubs the last couple of years. And we all know if you're going to be an upper echelon team again, Cole, you're going to have to play well within the division.
Yeah, these are important games early in the season. These games can really dictate how you finish the year.
You probably don't worry too much about who's on the other side anyway. You just got to focus on what you're doing, right?
Yeah, I focus on the team and the guys in the room.
Home opener tonight, you've gone through them before. Is there a better feeling than coming out here opening night at the Whitney Forum to kick off another hockey season?
I think the only more exciting thing would be the finals.
But like you said, the fans just embrace this team so much. Quickly, if I had to pick maybe it is being named the captain, but the best moment for you so far in a Bomber uniform, lots of them are getting ready for your 4th year, what would that be?
I think this morning when I was named captain of the team's got to be my favorite part in my career.
Do you remember your first goal?
Yeah, it was December, my first year against Humboldt.
You never forget those, do you?
No, don't forget that one.
And I'm assuming you still have the puck?
Yeah, I do. It's in my room at home.
Sounds good to me. Cole, congratulations on being captain. Well deserved. Good luck the home opener. Good luck your 4th and final year of junior hockey. It goes by quick, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Thanks, Rob.
That's Cole Townshek, the new Flin Flon Bomber captain, and that is our Creighton Pizza player profile here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Clear. Bailey Homes provides a ready-to-move home as unique as you and your family. From their expertise in the planning, the quality of the build, to the care of the move, they allow you to take the stress out of home construction. Let Bailey Homes make your dream home a reality. Family-owned and operated with lots of experience building and moving homes to the north.
10 seconds.
Visit Bailey-Homes.ca or call 204-903-5220.
You're up.
All right, we're back here at the Whitney Forum. Mike Slip has made his way back into the booth, about 4.5 away from the second period here, and interesting chatting with a number of the Nipawin Hawks scratches that are up here tonight, and topic of conversation, everybody kind of throwing around, what do you think of the opening period? Well, I mean, I guess you could say the Flin Flon Bombers certainly dominated in areas, but again, Mike Slip, it's only 1-1 after one.
Yeah.
It's still anybody's ball game.
That's a statistic that counts, Rob, is a score, and that power play that the Hawks had at the end of that period was huge for them, and we called it, really, that it'd be great if they were able to score a goal, and they were, and it was a good power play goal, a good shot, deflection, and in it went. So we're where we started, we're tied, and shots are 23-5, but that doesn't matter. The score's 1-1.
Rattle off a good player, and he'll be, and he still has a year left too after this one as well.
Wow.
Quickly, the Frontline Sport League, the McDonald's out of town scoreboard here tonight. Late in the opening period, no score. Melville Estevan tonight. Yorkton going to be a good year for Emery Olafson and crew. They got Weyburn down 2-0 early in the opening period. Kindersley Battleford, no score. Late in the opening period, likewise. Melfort, Larange, of course, the Bombers off to the Palace in Melfort tomorrow night for their home opener. I got to be honest with you, I am really looking forward to that game tomorrow night.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's those are always good ones when you get the return of the championship, and the Bombers will be ready to play. Tough place to play, though.
Well, and he's got a good team there again. I mean,
he's a great coach.
He's got a lot of guys coming back from last year. Coombs, I guess, will get the chance to try and replace James Venn. Boy, talk about a tough assignment there. But he's added some pieces. He got a big defenseman out of Saskatoon in the Western Hockey League. He's got some guys. I'd say this is just my opinion, but looking on paper, I thought Melfort had the best team in the division coming in this year.
I totally agree, and Mike Reagan's not the best coach. Blevins is, so they're going to be tough again this year, and as I say, that arena in Melfort is a tough place to play. There's something strange in there.
So it seems like you're in slow motion there.
It does. It seems boring, but that plays right into the Mustangs' hands, and so yeah, it's going to be.
They're going to be. I guarantee it right now, and you can remember this. 4 or 5 months down the line, Melfort will be in the Final Four again.
Oh, I don't know how they could not. They, I guarantee they will be. So
here come the Bombers, as you can hear by the ovation in the background. A couple big football games tonight. Big football games tonight. I know, Mike, you're a big CFL guy like myself. Hamilton got the Argos down 24-21 late in the fourth quarter. They could actually sweep the season's Thursday. Hang on, the big one tonight. Calgary, Saskatchewan. I think whoever loses this game does not make the playoffs.
I can't imagine. I'm a Stampeder fan. I can't imagine them winning. But you never know, Rob. You never know. They looked good against Montreal last weekend. Some very, very foolish penalties stopped the Stampeders from winning that game in the fourth quarter. So we'll have to watch that as it goes on.
We'll be updating that. And, of course, all the baseball scores. The Tampa Bay Rays beat the Blue Jays 1-0 tonight. Teams with playoff implications. The Mets are losing to Philly big time. 10-2 in the seventh. Baltimore needing a good game. They're getting it. They had Detroit down 7-0 in the eighth. Miami leads Atlanta 4-3 in the seventh. And later tonight, the Yankees already clinched a playoff spot in Oakland. Houston, who I believe are on the verge of clinching as well, have the Angels down 6-1. We're underway here in the second period. Rob Hart and Mike Slitt. Another exciting year. Creighton Furniture Flin Flon Bomber hockey, a 1-1 game. Hawks with a chance. Jansen, though, popped up over his stick. They go offside to start things off. Just 22 seconds in. Shots once again, 23-5 Flin Flon, but the Hawks tied up in a late. And you got to seize opportunities. You got to do that on specialty teams. Big goal by the Hawks late in the opening period.
Huge goal.
Mitchell at center will throw it in. Here's a chance. Jansen cutting and he fanned on it. Hawks get a chance again, and that's just fired wide that time by the forward winner, so they almost take a lead. A good chance for Nipawin here right off the hop in the second period. Hawks dump it in. That's Connor Ryan. Had to be careful. Had a guy on top of him. Nipawin looks like they want to be a little bit more physical here, I think, here. Trying to slow down that Bomber's speed here in the second period. Puck lifted back to Bomber blue line. Here's Connor Ryan. Hits Carter Anderson in full stride. Anderson in front of the net. Had a guy wide open out front. Cohen Sempu's got the goal. I don't think he saw him. Bombers rimming around the boards. Lepper will hold it in. Back out front to Ringer. Left side. Moliner gets a shot. Blocked in front and picked up here by the Hawk D-man Mitchell, who got an assist on their goal, and he'll throw it back up the ice. Lepper's back. Stolen out front. Here's a chance. Oh, they couldn't get it to go. Good chance there for Hoynes, who's dangerous. Olsen gets it back to center. Parsons will fire it in. Partially blocked that time by Smith. Smith up the boards. The puck will come out. And racing back to get it is Nooner for Flin Flon. Being watched here by Karkachuk. Boy, this Karkachuk's a good-looking player. Off Lee's skate. Intercepted at center ice and picked up and flipped back in that time by the Hawks Wallington. Kenny Morcourt not tested much at all in the game. He'll play the puck to the corner. Joey Lees is there. Flip to the far side. Parsons, that might be a high stick there. They're going to say no. He'll tap it back in. Look out! Racing out of his net again was Endall. He loves to wander from that crease. Here's Parsons. Throws it back in deep here for Olsen. Olsen trying to get a stick on it. Hawks work it free. Picked up here by Cizek. Cizek, a good move there. Undresses Jakubchuk up the left side. Had a guy open up front. Jakubchuk will get it back out. Picked off at center. Hammered back in that time. And the Bombers will start things off from square one. Here's Clark. Look out off the skate. Bounces out front. Morcourt will battle. Take a whack at it. Cizek has it. Lepper on attempt. He can't get it to go. Good save there. Flin Flon back on their heels a little bit to begin the second period. Hawks will keep it in. Picked up here by Lafleur along the boards. He took a big hit. Puck is grabbed here by Drake, but he lost the handle. Parsons been out there for the turning for Flin Flon. He'll dump it back in. Fox back there to get it for Nipawin. Back in the goal. He'll play that one over. And puck played up the middle. Drake can't get going. Muka took it from him. Muka tried to come back, hit a skate. He'll get it back, lifted it back inside the zone. Puck laying at the side of the Hawk net. Sept is after it, tried to play it back out front. Puck comes out. Tipped back to center ice, picked up here by Connor Ryan. Drake on top of him. Nipawin's got some big forwards. Drake is a pretty big customer here. Hawks looking for the turnover. Flin Flon will move it ahead. Here comes Ryder Muka, the local product. Swatted away that time by Lacroix. Puck fired in, more court to save. Rebound! And looking for that one was Radloff, but steered away out of his direction. Bruner back the other way. Winter comes over and takes a swat at him. You can already tell that Nipawin's playing a little bit better of a second period. They're getting on Flin Flon a lot quicker. Bombers do hold it in. There's a chance fired from the blue line that time by Luke Lepper, and no problem seeing it all the way as Zendal. But you notice the Nipawin forwards getting on the Bomber defense a little bit tighter than they were back in the opening.
They are. It looked like that last minute goal or last minute power play really gave them the jump, and they're sure jumping here in this second period.
Bombers win the face-off, try to keep the puck in. They do. That's Leo Seitz along the board, throws it back, poked to the corner that time by Endall. Big goalie, got that big reach. We saw him use the poke check of Carter Anderson back in the opening period. Here's Radloff. Shot broken up, Flin Flon trying to come back the other way. Bumped off the play that time was Bossel, then Stitton gets dropped here by Mitchell right in front of our broadcast location. Hawks definitely more physical as well. There's a chance for the blue line. Knocked out front. Radloff the backhander! And I think that ended up hitting Jansen out front. I don't think it made it through to Kenny Marquardt. But a good start for the Hawks here in the second period in this 1-1 game. Got that late power play goal and have looked good here early in the second. Picked up by Lepper. He'll hammer it in. Leo Seitz thought he had it, but couldn't knock it down cleanly. Puck lifted back down the boards, back in Flin Flon territory. Icing called. We'll get a face-off back in the Nipawin zone. 15-19 to go. Now the shot's 25-8. So far here in the second period, on the shot count, it's 3-2 Nipawin.
Yeah, the Hawks looking a lot more confident, a lot better. Again, intercepting passes from the Bombers coming out of their own zone. And
well, you got to remember one thing too. That opening period was the first period in this building for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's an intimidating building.
Bombers win the face-off. Anderson can't hold it in. Look out! Almost stolen up the middle that time by Jane. Yakimchuk picks up the puck in his blue line ahead to Sept, and Nipawin really trying to play the body here so far in the second period. Flin Flon trying to get something going in this 1-1 game. There's a pass out front. There's a chance, and off the mask that time. Diving out to make the save is Endall. Flin Flon holds it in. Carter Anderson, his chance. Off a skate, puck bouncing. And we got a delayed penalty coming up against Nipawin here. What's the call, Mike? Did you see it?
I didn't see it. It happened over in the corner. We have a hard time seeing, Rob. I'm going to watch to see what the ref. Hard to see. I can't.
Anyway, power play coming up for Flin Flon. It's going to be a cross-checking penalty. And the penalty going to be handed out here to the Hawk defenseman, Jack Mitchell. So
I tell you, Ringer nearly scored here. He made that dive, and just his stick just missed the puck to the wide-open net.
We'll see if the Bombers can answer the late opening period power play goal by Nipawin. As Keith Gruner goes out there to take the face-off here. He'll line up against Mark Lafleur. Face-off inside the Hawk zone, the right of the netminder, Tyson Endall, who's had a very strong game here tonight. Bombers win the face-off. It comes right back to blue line. Knocked down here by Lepper. Along the boards to Collier. They'll work it back to Lepper again. Parsons couldn't knock it down. Puck sent around the boards. Anderson waits for it. He'll hold it in. Just keeps it in. To Ruin. Able to knock it away a second time. It'll come back to center. Here's Lepper. Feeds the puck over to Ringer. Ringer tried to get free, but no room. Puck did come out. Hit the linesman and bounced back in, and then it's picked up here. And before we'll send it in, the Hawks will get some new penalty killers out there. Minute 27 to go in the Flin Flon power play. Just over 14 in the second period. And it's all even at 1. Here's a quick pass up the left side for Ringer. Had Gruner out front. Gruner backhander, and that one goes wide of the net. Anderson was out there as well. He'll grab the puck in the corner. Carter Anderson looking for a lane to shoot it. Anderson back out front to Gruner. Feeds it out front. There's Ringer a chance, and nice job that time by the Hawks. Smith to block that. Anderson holds it in at the right point. Here's Carter Anderson in the middle of the ice. Save made. And no rebound quickly. Endel will grab his glove and hop on that. Hawks did a good job keeping everybody to the outside. Flin Flon not able to get a lot of room in the middle of the ice.
No, not at all. You mentioned baseball, Major League Baseball. How about Ohtani? Unbelievable. 50 for 50 home runs. That's incredible.
Yeah, nobody else has ever done that in history, right?
No.
Comes back to Lepper, can't hold it in. And he's got to go back to his own zone with the dangerous Lafleur on top of him. He'll swing the pass to Anderson. He'll grab it off the boards. Here he is quickly across the line. Back to Lepper. Beats it to out front to Gruder. A quick chance. That got blocked. That one knocked down in front that time. And it never made it through to the front of the net. Flin Flon can't hold it in. They're offside, so Hawks pick it up. They had Lafleur in behind the D. They tried to get him with the stretch pass. There's 20 seconds to go in the power play. Has Flin Flon had a shot on goal in this power play? I don't think they have. Parsons will get it. Tried to feed that one back. Fox in there, trying to get a stick on it. Doing a nice job. Anderson finally gets it. Swings the pass quickly to Joey Lees. Drop pass. Here's Anderson along the boards. The power play is over. Flin Flon is 0 for 2. Joey Lees tapped it back of the goal for Sept. Tried to come back out front to Parsons. That's intercepted here. And the Hawks once again fire it back down the ice. There's an opportunity that time for Mitchell out of the box. He'll get a hold of it and get a quick shot away, but not much happening on that power play.
Not at all. They didn't get a shot. I think Carter Anderson spent the entire 2 minutes out there, but they were moving the puck around okay, but you got to get shots on net to score goals.
12.5 to go, second period. A good penalty kill here for the Hawks. It's a 1-1 game. As Winter gets set for the face-off against Joey Lees inside Flin Flon territory. Hawks win the draw. They try to center that one out front. Opportunity that time for Radloff. He's got the Nipawin goal once again on the power play tonight. Seabrook tried to keep that one in off a skate, picked up back of the goal. Here's Connor Ryan. Olofsson blows the tire. He goes down. Hawks hold it in. Chance in front. Picked up by Radloff. A chance, and that one got blocked. Alan Olofsson once again will get it back to center. Gets away from his guy. Good work down the boards. He's knocked to the ice. Joey Lee centers it out front. It'll hit a stick and come back to center. Picked up here by Nooner. Is that Roberge or Nooner? It says Nooner on his sweater, but I'm wondering if he's... It looks like the same guy to me, Nooner and Roberge, but anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just looking here, Rob. Is it number 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it says here it's Roberge.
Yeah, it says on his jersey.
Okay, it's Nolan Muner, M-E Roberge.
That's what the issue is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an M. It's Muner.
Face off.
Mune or...
Face off back of the Hawks zone, the right of Tyson Endel. 28-9 the shots in favor of the Bombers, but a 1-1 game. There's Roberge. We'll go with that. Back out front, he had a guy wide open. That one ends up going off the skate of Smith and stays out. Sights back, trying to get a hold of his guy. Picked up by Yakimchuk. Back up the middle. Sights has got it. Trying to get out ahead to Stitton, but knocked away once again by Smith. Picked up by Karkachuk at center. Tried to feed that one over, but Bombers get it back. Purcell will get a stick on it. He'll poke this one in deep. White Stitton, the local product, tries to go after it. Wellington cut him off at the pass. Puck laying back of the Hawk net. Spinning away once again is Karkachuk. Karkachuk leaves it along the boards. Pointis can't find it. It'll roll back inside the Flin Flon zone. Ryan there, but Karkachuk on top of him. Nice move by him to get it back to center ice. Bombers back to the attack. They'll pick it up and flip it in. Puck laying there. Muka's got it. Just jumped on the ice at the right time. Intercepted here and picked up by Smith. Loses the handle. Flin Flon keeps it in. Not a very eventful second period, but a lot more tight checking here. Picked up though by Beduin. Beduin will bring the puck back inside the Flin Flon zone. Ryan waited for it. Penalty coming up, I think, against the Bombers. A roughing call going to be handed out here. Mike Slip and Nipawin were 1 for 1 on the power play. Going to get their second chance. The penalty being handed out here.
Luke Lepper.
To Lepper for a roughing call. So Nipawin, who just did a masterful job killing that last Flin Flon Bomber power play, get to go to work on their second power play of the night.
Oh, there's 2 penalties, Rob.
Oh.
They must I didn't see it. They must have been at each other, I think. So offstanding penalties.
Lepers off for Flin Flon. There is a hawk in the box as well. And that's number 12 here, which is Noah DeRuin.
4-on-4. The Hawks tried to make a late change. The referee says no.
Well, things should open up 4-on-4. Midway point of the hockey game. 10:25 to go in the second period. 28-9 the shots now on the front line Sport Leader shot clock. Of course, most of those Bomber shots came in the opening period. 23 of them. Just 5 so far in the second. Not really any dangerous.
No. There's some confusion at the box. Fox wants off immediately. There he goes.
Lafleur lining up for the face-off here against Ringer. The Bombers win the draw. Here's Carter Anderson. Lots of open ice, a 4-on-4. Cole Tanchuk swings the pass to Ringer, dropped it back to Ryan. He'll jump across the blue line, back to Ringer. Lots of open ice out there. Tanchuk takes the pass, a shot. Endo will kick that one out. Tanchuk gets his own rebound. He's back of the goal. Hangs on to it, swings it back to Ryan. Here's Tanchuk. Shoots it again. Endo, no problem. Kicked it in the corner. Good pressure by the Bombers here. Czak able to work that one free, and Lafleur will poke it back to center. Picked up here by Weikritz, who's got an assist on that power play goal. His shot, a weak one, goes wide. Hawks throw it out front, intercepted by Connor Ryan. Bounce pass, Carter Anderson behind the D. Oh, he had Ringer open out front, but he couldn't pick up the puck. Hawks will work it free. Here's Lafleur to center. Has Czak with him, he'll dump it in. Ryan taking a look. Good work along the boards, but Smith will knock it down. Smith picks it up, a chance, and he ripped it over top of the net. Flin Flon a chance for 2-on-1. Gruner picked it up. He's got Anderson with him. He'll drop it back. Anderson takes the pass, tries to get away. Carter Anderson looking for a little bit of room. Little shake and bake, walked in, shot, save Endo. Rebound makes its way past Roberge. And Fox racing down the left side for Nipawin. Poked away by Yakubchuk. Puck stays in. Fox has got it. Back out front here for Anderson of the Hawks. We got 2 Carter Andersons in the same game. Go figure. This is Anderson for Nipawin. From Calgary. Hawks very happy to pick him up. They needed some players to try to replace all the big forwards they lost, and I'm very excited to have him in uniform. Here comes Lacroix. Trying to the front of the net. Puck will go to the front of the goal, and swung it up here by Kenny Marquardt. Very tight checking affair here in this second period. It remains a 1-1 game.
I'll tell you, Cole Tanchuk's having a whale of a second period. It's funny, we talked about how he wasn't very offensive. I've never seen him more offensive as he has been tonight. He's jumped up into the play, made some nice moves, stuck up in the offensive zone trying to make things happen. Then a great back check. Cole Tanchuk, that C is put a fire up his behind.
Face off inside the Bomber zone, the right of Marquardt. Lafleur winding up here against Lees. Bombers win the draw. Here's Colin Olsen to join Lees quickly at center. Swatted away. The puck will roll back in the Flin Flon zone. Ryan had to be careful. Penalty coming up here again.
Kyle Olsen with a
interference penalty.
Yeah, he sort of got tangled up holding somebody up. He doesn't like the call, but I think.
Does the guy ever like it when he gets a penalty?
No, I think that one might have been deserved. It wasn't hellacious or anything. He just got tangled up because he lost track of his opponent there.
So Nipawin 1 for 1 on the power play will get their second chance of the night. Flin Flon is 0 for 2. 8:24 to go second period. 31-10 now. The shots in favor of Flin Flon on the Frontline Sport and Leisure shot clock. Hawks a great opportunity. Off the face-off, there's a chance for Fox, but they're going to blow that one down. I think somebody hit him with a glove pass, maybe.
Yeah, it was.
So the face-off's going to come outside the Flin Flon zone. But a great opportunity here for Tad Cozen's crew. There's our lineup for the face-off. Keith Gruner, a good face-off man for Flin Flon against one of the veterans for the Hawks, and Fox. And Gruner, as he does so often, wins the face-off. Tanchuk gets a hold of it. He blasts it down the ice, and Gruner in there, but Winter beat him to it, but he's pinned up. Good work here by Gruner. Throws it out front. Fox will get to it. Fox trying to regroup inside his own zone. He's got it. He'll take some time, make his way up the ice. Here comes Fox carrying it to center line. Drop over to Radloff. His backhander turned away here by Marquardt. Along the boards. Nice job, Anderson! Anderson, he'll chip it ahead. It's a 2-on-1 short-handed with Ringer. Anderson, poked away. What a defensive play here by the Nipawin defenseman Weikritz. Flin Flon breaks it up again. Here's Joey Lees this time. Down the wing, a chance, and kicked away that time by Endall. What a defensive play, though, by Weikritz. Sliding across to take that one away from Carter Anderson. Great the defensive play of the game for sure so far.
Absolutely.
Hawks remain on the power play for another 57 seconds. They're stuck behind their own net. Can't really figure out how to get it up the ice. That's Smith to Karkachuk. Karkachuk across the line. Meets Leper, not a lot of room there. They're crunched up in the corner here. Hawks get a little bit of support. Puck is bouncing. That's a high stick. And they'll blow that one down with 7:01 to go in the period and 37 seconds remaining in the Hawk power play. Good penalty kill this time by Flin Flon.
That was here. I wonder if this is a replay of that defensive play. No.
That was a Joey Lee's chance.
Yeah, Joey's had a couple of good chances tonight. Yeah.
Face-off outside the Flin Flon line. Keith Gruner back out there to take the face-off as he lines up against Pointus. Bombers win the draw. Down the ice it goes, and Endall will stop that. Smith will pick it up back of his own net. 29 seconds remaining on the Hawk power play. 1-1's the score. Tight game here tonight. A lot of new faces on both these teams. Play broken up by Leper. He'll get it back down the ice, and Endall will drop it back in the goal for Smith. 15 seconds to go in the power play. One last chance. Smith swings the pass to center. That one got knocked down, picked up here, and fired back in by Jane. Morecourt stopped it. He's going to send it down the ice himself. That'll be an icing call, or at least, sorry, the penalty hadn't quite expired yet. My apologies. Anyway, Nipwood's 1 for 2. I guess that's why Morecourt grabbed and threw it down the ice. He knew what he was doing. Seitz. Back of net for Jakubchuk. Banks that one ahead. Here comes Bossel. Bossel across the line. Hawks get it back. That's Seabrook. Played it ahead. Karkachuk on top of it at center. Karkachuk, one of the better Nipwood forwards tonight. He'll carry it in. A backhander on target. And Morecourt will stop that. And I'll tell you what, this Mason Karkachuk has impressed me for Nipwood.
Yeah, he sure has. You mentioned his name a lot. He's looking great out there.
Ryan Karkachuk's nephew, who by the way is coming up in the second intermission.
Is it? I was going to ask you if there was.
He'll talk about that. We'll take a break. Media timeout. It's a 1-1 game here at the Whitney Forum on 102.9 CFER and FlinFlonOnline.com.
There's no one way to power up, as long as Ford is your starting line. Because more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it. Gas, hybrid, or all electric, the power is yours.
Just 5:52 to go in the second period. It remains a 1-1 game. Cohen Semp opened things up for Flin Flon tonight at 16:02, but the Hawks came back shortly after the power play. Nice redirection by Radloff, and that's all the offense so far. Both goalies doing their job, in particular Tyson Endall tonight, who faced 23 bomber shots in the opening period. Play continues. Puck deep inside the Flin Flon zone as Connor Ryan and Stitton try to dig it free. Comes back out front. Grabbed here by Czak. That got blocked. Here's Leo Seitz for Flin Flon. He'll turn it up the other way. Seitz to center. Across the line. Trying to throw it back out front for Stitton. Trying to get in position. 3 local players right under Flin Flon on the squad this year. And Wyatt Stitton is one of them. It looked like he was going to be a Regina Pat. That was the talk, that he was going to be there. But coaching change and things change. And here he is in Flin Flon. Connor Ryan's long shot. Steered away that time by Endall, so I know probably probably a little bit disappointed not to play in the Western League, but at the same token, he still gets to play in his hometown.
Absolutely. Wyatt, when my son played here for the Bombers, he was good friends with Wyatt's billet brother, Kirsten St. Ange, so they spent a lot of time together, and he's coming up to see Wyatt play next week, so times have changed.
Wintersek for the face-up against Gruner, deep in Nipawin territory. Flin Flon wins the draw. Connor Ryan off the face-off, walked in. Get that pad out was Endall, and like I said, he's going to be tough to beat the lower part of the net. He covers it up really, really well. Big goalie. Gruner will get it back in the corner. Gruner from the... Not sure where that went. It got blocked in front. He got out of the corner, got a quick shot away, and Endall didn't know where it was either. Puck comes out. Opportunity here for the Hawks is that one rolled away here from Jansen. He wasn't sure where it went after it got knocked off his stick. Flin Flon gets it back. Connor Ryan will thread the needle that time to Gruner. Back to Ryder Muka, another good local product. Played with, of course, Tidsdale of the Saskatchewan Midget AAA League last year. Radloff gets it free for the Hawks. He'll flip that puck in and go off for a change, and Cole Tanchik will pick it up. Up the boards here to Muka. Oh, look out. That was almost picked off here. They're offside. Otherwise, that could have been a freebie there for Hoynes, and not a guy you want to cough the puck.
No, absolutely not. That was like a few of the passes we saw in the first period. A complete different Nipawin Hawk team here in the second, and that power play goal really sparked them, I think.
Face off outside the Flin Flon Bomber blue line. Hoynes is back out there. He'll take the draw here against the Bombers ringer. New addition just came over from the BCHL. Here's a chance! Anderson barreling in, gets a shot away, stick save made by Endall. And that's how quickly things happen with Carter Anderson on the ice. Puck is loose. Speaking of Anderson, he's got Sept in there, the big number one line for Florida. Gets the number one line to start the year. Penalty coming up here, Mike. Slip against the Bombers. Karkachuk up the left side. He'll dump it in. Morcourt going to wander out. Now we got a holding of the stick penalty going to be called. So another late power play here for the Hawks. 3:45 to go. Great opportunity for them.
Who took that penalty? Was it Anderson?
I'm not sure.
I think it was, and he doesn't seem to want to leave. There is no penalty.
He signaled penalty. Just
yeah,
came over.
He did. Was it a high stick? I don't know.
No, he said holding. He said holding.
Oh, yeah. No, there's 4 Bombers out there. I can't see who's in the box.
Owen Semp is in there.
It was Semp.
Nipawin Hawks on the power play for the third time. It's pretty, he signaled penalty, so.
Yeah, I didn't see Cohen go off.
So I guess that's why Anderson wasn't in the box.
That's right. That makes some sense.
Anyway, great chance for the Hawks. They're 1 for 2. They go back to the power play tonight. As Smith, the veteran D-man, will go back and pick up the puck back of his net. 3:33 to play, second period. 1-1. Good game between these long-time division rivals here tonight. Tanchuk back in his own zone, tried to get his stick on and he couldn't. Good pressure here by Karkachuk. Boy, you're hearing his name a lot. What a tremendous game for him tonight. Working really, really hard. That's what you need. Flin Flon with the steal, though. Here's Carter Anderson with Lepper. Anderson down the wing. Shot off the side of the net. You thought that was in, didn't you?
No, I knew it wasn't, but the puck was rolling on Carter.
I actually thought it was.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Here's Hoynes down the wing. He'll cut in. Hoynes down the wing, dropped it back to blue line. Smith has got it. He whipped on that one. Intercepted again by Anderson. Might be a little bit tired, though. Wait for people to get up there, including Lepper and Gruner. Anderson's got it. He'll hang on. Anderson can't shoot it. Great game for him tonight. Even without, he's got the 1 assist, but I'll tell you what, he's been between him and Ringer, probably the 2 better Bomber forwards tonight. Puck comes free out front. There's a chance. Oh, let's in short-handed. He'll shovel it in. Great work by Keith Gruner, back of the net. And he puts it right out front. Tyler Olafson, no mistake. And it's a short-handed goal, putting Flin Flon in front 2-1. What a nice goal by the 4th-year Flin Flon Bomber.
He outweighted Endall and just put it upstairs. Just waited and was able to flip it up over Endall after he went down. Because really nice goal by Tylen Olsen.
And you know what? He was great on the penalty kill last year. Bombers take the lead. They get a chance again, short-handed. And that's Olsen again. Another chance. He fires it off. That'll get the crowd going here tonight. Big short-handed goal by Flin Flon. Got them in front. 2-1. Great work by Keith Gruner back in the net. He made the play happen.
just watching Cole Tanchuk talking to some of the young players. I really think he's taken this captain's role to heart, and I think he's going to be a really good leader.
Hawks still in the power play for another 32 seconds. We'll get the puck to center. Winner will chop this one back inside the Flin Flon zone. Olsen there. He's got the go-ahead goal. Down the ice it goes, and Mendel's going to come out. He better be careful. He had Ringer on top of him, but he played it well. Fox picks it up, swings the pass for Winter, too far. Cut off by Tanchuk. Up the boards to Joey Lees. And they'll blow that one down.
Offside.
8 seconds to go in the power play. 1:53 in the second period. 37-11 on the Frontline Sport and Leisure out of town, on the Frontline Sport Leisure shot clock.
Really great penalty kill here by the Flin Flon Bombers. Of course, they got a goal on it, but the Nipawin Hawks haven't had a chance to set up or had very many chances on net.
Czak and Lees take the draw just outside the Bomber blue line. Nipawin win the face-off. They win that one. Seabrook got that over to the Hawk forward, Deruin, who gets knocked down. Penalty over. Sept will make his way in the box, but Flin Flon, nice job. Not only do they kill the Nipawin power play, but they get a penalty. They get a short-handed goal to take the lead 2-1. Ryder Muke, the local product of center. He'll dump this one in, racing in after it. The big lanky forward there for the Bombers, one of the newcomers this year. As they get that back out front, that was Rhett Ewan. Ewan, good work along the boards. Close the handle, intercepted that time by Jansen. He'll flip it back down the ice. We had something in behind the play here between Lees and Lacroix. Hawks score, they get it right back out front. We're watching the play down the ice. Jansen gets it out front.
Really nice
for home. Well, tell us what happened there, Mike. I was watching what's happening.
Yeah, I was too, and I think that might have attributed. They couldn't get a player down there to help out. A nice pass from in behind the net to Jansen, and Kenny had no chance on that one. Here's a replay, Rob.
Well, Hawks move it in. They put it right back up front. Jansen there, and
they gave the puck. Bombers gave. I think it might have been called Tanchuk.
Looked like he went 5-hole too.
Yeah, he sort of gave the puck up and a nice.
And he wants to keep the puck. That's his first career SJHL goal. There it goes on the box. Emma, the longtime trainer for Nipawin, grabbed the puck, and he's got himself a souvenir from the Whitney Forum.
And good for him.
So for the second straight period, the Hawks score with just over a minute left on the clock. Here comes the announcement on the goal. So Jansen will get it, his first ever SJHL goal. Lacroix got the second assist. They didn't get the first one. We'll get that in the intermission. Anyway, 53.9 seconds to go. Give Nipawin credit. They've bent a couple of times. They haven't broken. They give up the shorthanded goal, but they, again, when it's a one-goal game, you're always in it.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't matter what the shots on goal are.
So another face-off back inside the Nipawin zone. Flin Flon trying to retake the lead. A backhander fired on target that time by Anderson. Looking a little frustrated tonight, Mike Slip.
Carter Anderson, yeah. But still, he's all in. He's making plays. He just been sinking a little. That Lafleur is a big young man. He's 6'4".
Yeah, he's a good player too.
Great hockey name.
Face off back inside the Hawks zone on the right of the netminder, Endall. There's still 50 seconds to go. Anderson off the face off. Fired that on target. Endall will kick that one out. Sept, who's got one of the Bomber goals tonight, tried to tie up his guy along the boards, but it's grabbed instead here by Hoynes. Had his pocket picked. The puck stays inside the zone. Sept will chop that one back in for Rinder. Rinder back in it, took a good check, throws it out front. Here's Sept, a chance! Save made. Endall rebound at the side of the net, and Ringer couldn't get a stick on it. Good pressure by the Bombers here late. Finally picked up, sent down the ice that time by the Hawk D-man Jack Mitchell, but icing is waved off. Bombers try to work it ahead. Lepper forced back in his own zone. 10 seconds to go in the period. Yakubchuk off the boards. Took a funny hop, but it does come out. Lafleur tried to get a stick on it. Picked up instead by Anderson. Does he have any time left? No! Buzzer going to go, but again, if you're the head coach of the Nipawin Hawks, you got to be happy what you saw there in the second period. You're outshot 41-12 after 2 periods of play, and it's a 2-2 hockey game.
Yeah, and it was a puck given away in the own zone, and that's how we've always said, Rob, that's how goals are scored, giveaways and penalties, and that was a giveaway. So anyways,
Young Nipawin Hawk team, but holding their own here tonight. 2-2. As a matter of fact, you go back to last year's team. I know the Bombers were a lot different, but the Hawks had a lot deeper lineup. Very rarely were they tied with Flin Flon after 40 minutes of play. So this is a little morale victory here for this Nipawin Hawk team.
Absolutely. You make these. You get these goals, and again, really, the shots on goal mean nothing unless it's the goals on the scoreboard. It's 2-2, so 41-12 shots, so it's incredible. But the Nipawin Hawks had a far better second period than the third, and Mr. Endall, Tyson Endall, has played very well.
Well, the one thing that they're trying to do a few different things. Like I said, trying to play a little more physical, and trying to maybe get on the Bomber deal. Yeah. And like you said, after that second goal is a turnover. Look for them to really go with that young Bomber defense in the third period.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're right. You couldn't say it any better. They're getting on the Bombers a lot quicker than they did in the first.
Second intermission show straight ahead for the co-op. It's all even after 2. 2-2. Bombers Hawks here opening night on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
McDonald's is a proud supporter of sports and hockey in the North.
6 for the period, and the KFC was logged.
Bring home the Canterra Seeds Cup. Remember to stop by and enjoy
the KFC was logged. It's in there.
Time of the day. Yeah. Breakfast, we got the delicious McMuffin sandwiches, the bacon acres, sausage egger, egg McMuffin, and hot cakes. Lunch and supper, enjoy everything from Big Mac to quarter pounders, the quarter pounder BLT, McChicken, crispy chicken, and of course the McNuggets. And don't forget about the value meal. It includes the McDouble and the Junior Chicken. Use the app and order online to collect points for all kinds of free items and free meals. McDonald's and Flin Flon, drive-thru open daily at 7 a.m. And once again, cheering on your Flin Flon Bombers into a Canterra Seeds Cup victory.
It's your space, your style, and Shane's understands that. With Samsung appliances, Shane's has the product that will work for you. Need compact? They have it. Want a unique color? They have it. Maybe you want all freezer in a stand-up, or all fridge because you don't like squeezing in your groceries. They have it. Or maybe you want something even smarter than you, an appliance that makes life easier and can help organize your family's day. Shane's and Samsung have it. What are you waiting for? Get to Shane's and shop Samsung appliances, because it's your space, your style, and they have it.
Northland Ford proudly supports the Flin Flon Bombers throughout the SJHL season. We know that the Bombers will play tough like the Ford F-150, the toughest truck on the market for over 40 years. Northland Ford helping the community cheer on the Bombers as they work to bring a championship to the best fans in the league, and they provide you with the best selection on their lot. In the North, for the North, Northland Ford, the dealership you tell your friends about.
You're on.
Well, we got a tight game here tonight, Mike Slip. It's all even after 40 minutes of play as we take a look at that second period scoring summary. It was 1-1 after one. Bombers got a really big break. Colin Olofsson, a shorthanded goal. Gruner stripped the puck away, back at throw it out front. Like you mentioned, Endall committed, and you got to go high on Endall. You're not going to score on the ice on this guy. He did, and he shoveled it over top of his right shoulder. A beautiful goal, but the lead short-lived. Once again, the Hawks come back not even a full minute later at 18:55. Jansen, the bad bounce, the Bombers zone. He gets his first ever SJHL goal. Lacqua and Cizak, the assist at 18:55. So for the second straight period, the Hawks get one late to make it even after 40 minutes of play.
Yeah, very interesting game. You're right. It's both periods. The Hawks just won't go away, and they really did have a far better second period, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the third. I know Coach Reagan will be pushing his players to make better passes and get more shots on Mr. Endall, and they gotta.
Well, they got 41 of them already.
Yeah, but they gotta. You're right. They have to make it tough for him, and either do a Kyle Olofsson and wait him out, or get somebody in front. He's a big guy. He can see over a lot of guys. So it's good. It's a good first game. And I was thinking Coach Reagan did mention. He mentioned to me, and he mentioned it to you in your interview with him, that Bomber fans have to be patient with this team. It's not the same. You don't have all those great players, but I think you have the makings of some great players. Ringer, I think, has had a fantastic first game so far. You mentioned he and Carter Anderson, the best two Bomber forwards.
Shots in that period, 18-12 Flin Flon. So the Bombers, a 2-period total of 41. 7 shots for Nipawin in the second. They got a 2-period total of 12. I got Nipawin 1 for 3 on the power play. They haven't given up a shorthanded goal, but the Bomber power play really hasn't been able to get much going tonight. 0 for 2. That's the story after 40 minutes of play. We'll take another quick break. The head coach of the Creighton Kodiak 6-man football team, who won on the road for the second time this season. Never before has a northern team won once on the road, twice on the road, the southern part of the province. Ryan Karkachuk making some modern history. He's going to join us next. We're going to chat football. Of course, his nephew playing for the Hawks tonight, one of their better forwards. I'm sure he'll comment on that. Anyway, a big interview you don't want to miss coming up in mere moments. Ryan Karkachuk joins us momentarily here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
This craft dinner tastes like $1 million.
This KFC is so good.
Hey, watch where you're going. You got KFC on my KD.
You got KD on my KFC.
Hey, let's try it.
KD and KFC together?
KD mac and cheese on the signature filet for the KD KFC chicken sandwich.
The ultimate cheesy experience.
Only available at KFC. So good.
Hud Bay is proud to be a sponsor of this Bomber broadcast. From donations for bursaries, hockey schools, clubs, community events, charities, and so much more, Hud Bay has supported our community with dedication and generosity, contributing to events and organizations. Hud Bay thanks the people of Flin Flon for their continued support.
You're on.
And welcome back to Whitney Farm as promised. Here he is, the head coach of the Creighton Kodiak football team, fresh off a big victory in Waka. I guess it would have been yesterday, but congratulations, Ryan, on that. 2-1 on the year, 2 big wins on the road, and like we commented, making some history. No northern team ever been able to win in the southern part of the province, but you've done it twice now, and must be pretty good. It must have been a heck of a feeling coming back on that bus from Waka yesterday for you and your players.
Oh, it sure was. I tell you, the boys were happy. We have a bye week this week, and you definitely want to go out in a win like that and then go on a bye. So I know when we got back, our seniors put on we have a list in our dressing room of the goals for the year, and I never had on there win 2 road games, and the boys added a box on the old goal sheet and put 2 wins on the road, and they also put first team to ever win 2 games in the Southern Conference. So they understand the significance of it, and they were really excited when we got off the bus at 11 o'clock last night.
I'll bet now you get ready for Shellbrook. You'll get them a team that you beat already, so you know they're going to come back at you a little extra hard. I know you said they were kind of stunned when you surprised them in week 1, but they're in they'll be coming to Creighton Field next, I guess not this upcoming week, but the week after.
Yeah, October 3rd, and Shellbrook's a well-ran team. They're going to come here and give us a good game, and they're still not mathematically eliminated yet, so if we beat them, we eliminate them, and we move one step closer to provincials and a place that we've never gone before. I've gone as a player, but never as a northern coach, so it's something that we would really love to do, is make provincials, but one step at a time, and we won 2 on the road. Now we got to win 2 at home, so we do that, we're going to provincials.
How does the playoffs work, Ryan? You're 2-1 right now. How does it work? 2 of the 4 get into your division?
2 of the 4 get in from our conference.
Looks like Waka probably will lock up one of those spots.
You betcha. So we still have a chance to win first in the division.
Should mention it was Hague you beat.
It was Hague, yeah,
Waka,
for sure. We haven't beat Waka yet. Now the only team that we have never beat in our conference, but we'll get another crack at them down the road. But right now our focus is on Shellbrook, and if we can win that game next game, we're one step closer. And then Hague's got to come here. They've never been here before, so we're excited for them to come up here as well. So the weather's going to change, Hardy. You know how it is in the fall. It gets colder, it gets windier, it gets wetter. But I love my team. We're physical. We have a really, really strong defense, and each week our offense is getting a little bit better. We just got to limit some of the mistakes, and I feel we're only getting something started here.
It's interesting because you lost the turnover battle yesterday, but you still won the game.
Yeah, we did, and that shows that we're a really good team, and we got to clean that up. If we can ever win the turnover battle against some of these teams, who knows what the score could be. So, I feel good. I know we're gonna rest up, and we're gonna go practice midweek next week, and then get ready for Shellbrook. But
it's interesting. Probably a lot of the province is surprised by your 2-1 record. But I go back to something you said at your awards banquet last year. You turned over almost the entire team. You're excited about Tremblay, of course, coming in his own at quarterback, who's really been having a good year. We'll chat about him momentarily. But you did say at the banquet, I remember you saying that you thought you were going to have a good club, and you thought this would be your best chance to compete so far against the Southern teams, and it seems to be holding true with the prediction you made at the banquet last fall.
Yeah, 100%. We got 12 veterans that are back from grade 12. Our two best players, in my opinion, are in grade 11. So I knew we were going to have a good team. And you know what? The ultimate respect was when coach came back to me at the end of the game after we shook hands and said, we thought we were going to dominate you today, and you guys are proving that you can play in our conference, and thank you, is what he said, because they want to have competition in the conference. And you know what, I just sat there while everyone was gone off the field for a second, and I just thought to myself, you know what, we got something special. Now teams are not looking past us. We were kind of the team that everyone thought that there was a guaranteed win in the past, right? And now they're like, now we got 4 good teams in our conference we got to battle with every year. So that was the ultimate sign of respect, and my players deserve that respect. And it was such a great feeling in that locker room yesterday. I can't even explain the smiles and the joy and tears. So you know what, they got to keep going. Now they can believe, and that's strong. And teams are talking about the Creighton, and where is Creighton? No one really knows.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird because now we're kind of putting our community on the map. I always have to say it's attached to Flin Flon. You have heard of the Bombers? Everyone knows the Bombers. So then they know where we are. So it's crazy that they know we have a football program and that we drive 5 hours to a game every game, but that's the respect level we're finally getting.
Level with me, Ryan. When you guys originally, I know you've been trying to get the team in the South for a while. Was there some hesitation from the other teams because not only the travel, but because they felt that your program might not be up to what theirs are?
100%. They had a few, Tapacoop used to play in the Southern Conference, and they never won a game forever, and they never, they're always losing really, really bad, and then the Tapacoop came to the Northern Conference, and the North never really got any respect, and even when we won the North and got to play in provincials, we still didn't beat Shelbrook, we still didn't beat Waka. The games were respectful, but until you win, those other teams around that are watching, they don't give you the respect level. And now I got, even getting phone calls from Wynyard, who's in the same provincials we're going to be in, hopefully, and they're saying, geez, you're 2-1, you beat Hague, you beat Shelbrook, and good for you. And it feels really, really good. I think when I first started this is what I wanted, was to compete and just get respect for our program, and we built that. And we might not win a provincial title, but I'm so proud that we might have a seat in the dance, or a seat at the poker table, I guess, and have a chance to compete against the highest teams.
Looking forward to it for sure. Let's talk about your nephew, Mason Karkachuk. He's out there for the Hawks tonight. I've been impressed with him.
I have too. I thought he made a tough pass in the first period. It led to a penalty. But after that, I thought Nipawin played good in the second period. I thought they got their legs behind them.
They're starting to get on the bottom of the fence a little bit tighter.
Yeah, and I thought Mason had a really good shift. He had a scoring chance. His coach patted him on the back. And, I don't get to see much of him because where I live, he comes here 3 times a year, 2 times a year. Last year he was a true rookie. Didn't play much. So I'm very happy that he's getting a regular shift. He was even on the first power play today. So I thought he's skating well, and I think he's only going to gain confidence as the year goes on.
And you mentioned his mom and dad are here tonight.
Yeah, they came up. My parents are up here. I think my mom is one of the only ones with the Nipawin hoodie, the bright yellow. But
you can't miss those.
You can't miss those. But everyone's been great, and I think a lot of my friends that are here and people are like, "Is that Karkachuk? How many Karkachuks are there?"
Right.
And so it's nice to see that he's worked so hard to get here, and I know Kevin and Bonnie are super impressed with him. The kid has a chance to be a doctor. He's got a 96 average. So we're proud of him, and we hope he has a successful year, and he's going to have good things to come.
Speaking of Nipawin, what do you think of those new uniforms? They're pretty sharp.
Yeah, pretty sharp. I'm not a huge yellow guy personally, but
I like the way it looks like it's almost like a wool. It looks really like one of those vintage uniforms to me.
But yeah, no, it looks good, and I might have to get myself a hat and wear it around when I'm not here at the Bomber game. But I like to support Mason anytime I can. I follow him throughout the year, and you know what? I think it's going to be maybe a tighter conference than people think this year. It's hard to say, but at the same time, Nipawin's they're hanging around.
Well, they are. You got to, like I said, if you're Tad Cozen, you got to be happy. You've been outshot 41-12.
Yeah.
The Bombers got a couple of crossbars, but you know what? Their goaltender, Endel's made some good saves here tonight. I really love how tough he is to beat along the ice. He makes some saves. He keeps it. You never know. When they've had opportunities, they've been able to take care of them. The first one was a beautiful redirection by Radloff, and of course, was a bad giveaway by the Bombers in their own zone, which led to the second goal. But they're right there.
Yeah, I think think if you're the coach of Nipawin, you just tell your team to stick with it and look for an opportunity. And when you're on the road, you try to keep the game as close as you can as possible, and the goalie's doing that for them. And then you look for a greasy goal. And unfortunately for Flin Flon, that second goal was definitely not what the defenseman wanted to do. But they Nipawin made them pay. They didn't get many chances, but sometimes it's the result of those chances what happens, and they put it in the back of the net. So expect a good period here, Hardy. 2-2.
I do. Before you go, I got to ask you, CFL.
Yes.
I think you might be the biggest CFL fan I know besides myself. We both love the league. I'm a Blue Bomber guy. You're a Rough Rider guy. Yep. Obviously, we get that. Saskatchewan, Calgary tonight. The Riders got to finally win a game. I'm picking them to win this.
They have to win. And before I came on here, I saw Lawler hit a 47-yard field goal, so they're up 3-0. So that's a good start. But it's a must-win time. You got Calgary, you got BC, you got Ottawa at home, then you got Edmonton, you close with Calgary. So if you get 3 home games, you got to get into that third spot. But the thing is, they win tonight, they're still 1 point behind BC for second. So it's a crazy.
It's not playing
good right now.
It's
a crazy Western Division. Anything could happen, but you got to get a win. They haven't won, and it feels like forever, Hardy. They were 5-1. So
I don't want to put the cart before the horse here, but I'm going to throw this at you now. They get in the playoffs. You can't tell me that they don't want another shot at the Blue Bombers.
Absolutely. We always love playing the Blue Bombers.
But I'm thinking that after how they should have won the Labor Day game.
You betcha.
And there's some funny stuff that went on in the Banjo Bowl. I'm telling you, Saskatchewan, Winnipeg in the playoffs, I think the Rough Riders beat them.
Well, I hope you're right, and I hope we get that. And if we do, we just might have to watch it together. So thanks for having me up here, Hardy, and go Rough Riders.
An absolute pleasure, Ryan. Congratulations for the wonderful job you're doing with this football team. I know it's a high school team, but it's Creighton's team, Northern Saskatchewan's team. I love going out and covering the games. I love watching them. I think it's a great thing for the community, and you and your staff have done a tremendous job.
Well, thank you for all the support and the public notoriety that you're giving our league and our team, and we hope we can make you guys all proud and our community proud.
You already have, but thanks for coming up.
Thanks, Hardy.
Alrighty, that's Ryan Karkachuk, the head coach of the Great Kodiak football team. Of course, fresh off another victory on the road, making history for the Northern Saskatchewan. You're welcome. Making history here for the Northern Saskatchewan club. And I guess we're not going to take a break. We're ready to go. Mike Slip will hop back in here. Great to catch up with Ryan Karkachuk and just talk sports. He's also a big baseball guy. We never really did get a chance to get to that. So many other things to talk about, but Mike Slip jumps back in here. And I'll tell you what, Nipawin, right in this game here tonight, and if you're Flin Flon, you got to be really, really careful. It's one of these games, the way it's going, you don't want to lose on a real greasy goal, but you almost have a thinking in your head that it could be the difference maker tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been a lot of good performances both sides, but Bombers have to find a way.
They get a chance off the hot. Connor Ryan shot, redirects off Cohen Sept. Hits the glass, that goes out of play, just underway here in the third period. Let's take a look at what's happening with the McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard here tonight. Melville, a 2-1 lead on Estevan in the second period. You know what's funny? Doing all these year-end... Oh, there's a goal right off the table! Carter Anderson got it! And he lets her king over top of the right shoulder here. On the netliner, Tyson Endo. Right off the face-off, Mike Slip on his stick and over top. And that's how quickly Carter Anderson can strike. He mentioned I thought he looked a little frustrated in the second period. What a beautiful goal. Flin Flon back in front 3-2.
I was looking at my phone to just check a story on there, and I missed it. You scared the heck out of me, Rob, because I was looking the other way, but saw the replay. Really, what a great goal by Carter Anderson. Deserved it. He's played a good game.
17 seconds into the third period is Carter Anderson, who, of course, scored a ton last year. Will get his first of the year. It'll be an even strike goal. The goals have all literally come out of nowhere.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a weird game, isn't it, Rob? It's a strange game. I guess getting their legs under them.
Ringer will get the lone assist. We're back underway. Here's a chance. Punched up the middle. Puck will roll in front of the net. It's grabbed here by the Hawk netliner, Endall. And let's finish off that thought. I was talking about, all these prediction shows. You talk to all these different media guys, and Melbourne, one of the teams I really didn't say much about, but they're up 2-1 on Estevan. York in a 3-1 lead on Weyburn tonight. Kimberley Battleford, good matchup there is 2-2 tonight. And LaRange, how about this Mike Slip? A 2-1 lead on Melford going in the second period. 3-2 Flin Flon here. There's a chance. That'll redirect, but Endall ball will reach up and he'll grab that. So some interesting scores on opening night of the SJHL on McDonald's out of town scoreboard.
When Laurent was here for the preseason, we thought that they were going to be a far better team this year. The killer, he wants to win as much as anybody. So and Doug Johnson down in Melville, he's always going to put a good team on the ice.
Bombers win the face-off deep in Nipawin territory. Robert's shot goes wide. It's kind of hung up on the back net. They'll blow it down quickly again. So another quick whistle with just 45 seconds gone, but already a goal. Carter Anderson, hopefully the first of many this year, gets the puck right off the face-off from Ringer, and he goes high. And again, we talked about it. You're going to score on Endall. You got to go high.
Yeah, I was talking to the fellas next door here at some of the scratches, like you said, from Nipawin. They really like Endall, not only on the ice, but off the ice. He's supposed to be a really nice fellow, and they really like how he plays.
Luke Lepper's shot. Partially boxed. Really nice young kids from Nipawin up in the booth tonight. And
yeah, really nice guys.
They're going to be a fun team to watch. There's Lepper's shot through traffic. Endall, look out, rebound!
At the puck, except for Carter Anderson's goal and Kyle Olsen's, just scrappy goals.
So Flin Flon catches Nipawin off the hop here not once but twice, and Parsons will score his first, like they said, as they announce the goal. Here's the pass to Segic the other way. He'll get a weak shot away, stopped that time by Morcourt. There's Jake Lafleur on the doorstep trying to make something happen. Lafleur's got to be, 6'4", 6'5"?
6'4", Rob.
Here's Ewan back the other way. He'll chip it in. Good pressure by the Bombers here. Hurley get rewarded with a couple of goals. If you want to get a popcorn or a hot chocolate, got caught in line, you missed a lot here.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the third period. Way back of the Hawk net. They'll rim that one around the boards. Puck held in, though, by Connor Ryan. Puck is bouncing. Ryder Muka tried to get a stick on it. Picked up instead here by Cizak, and he'll go off for a change and dump it in. Flin Flon try to get it out. They do. A couple of whacks at it. This will force Mitchell, the veteran D-man, back in his own zone. He'll go back and touch up, and we'll get a face-off back in the Flin Flon zone.
Talking to these young fellows next to us from the Hawks, I asked them what they thought. It's the first time in the building and what they thought of the building. Of course, they don't remember these players like Jerry Hart and Reggie Leach and Bobby Clark. They're too young, but they're so impressed with the Whitney Forum and the history. And
well, you feel it, right, when you walk in.
You sure do.
Flin Flon wins the face-off deep in their own zone. They've scored twice quickly here in the third to take a 4-2 lead. Puck will roll across the Nipawin blue line. Drake is there to get it. And he's got some time. He'll play it over to Mitchell. Mitchell at center. Took a hit, but did get the puck across the Bomber line before Connor Ryan got it back. Look out. Here's a stretch pass up the right side. Cutting in. That's one of the new Flin Flon Bomber forwards this year. And Bassell would try to throw that out front. Fox gets it back for Nipawin. The Flon holds it in, though. Nice work here by Sept. Sept with a chance! That one glanced off the crossbar. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I sure did.
Yakimchuk will throw it back in, so Sept comes close. They might have Endall rattled a little bit right now. Be interesting if they get another good shot on him. Flin Flon in front, 4-2. Hawks fighting to get the puck out. Here's a pass to center, picked up here by Carter Anderson of the Hawks. Remember, there's a Carter Anderson both ways here. What's interesting about Carter Anderson for Nipawin, Mike Reggett told me they tried to recruit him in the offseason. I couldn't imagine having two guys on the team with the same name.
No.
Puck goes to the corner. Janchuk on top. That would have been really, really interesting. Jansen, he's bumped off the play that time, and Yakimchuk will pick it up. He'll flip it along the boards. Lead pass here for Carter Anderson, who's got one of the goals here. Flin Flon dangerously almost too many men on the ice again. That's twice they could have been called, and the Nipawin bench is calling for it. They saw it.
Yeah.
They had too many men out there. They might have got caught.
Bombers are famous for too many men.
I've never seen a team in my life take too many men on the ice penalties like they do. And it doesn't seem to matter what year it is.
No, it's a complete different team. I mean, since you and I started doing these games, it's always the same. I don't know what it is.
They got away with one there. Cozen was on top of it, but the officials didn't see it. So Flin Flon maybe getting lucky here. Anyway, a 4-2 lead for them. They've got the puck. That's Robert's to center, knocked away. This will force Township back inside his own zone. He's got to be careful being forced back of the net that time. Good Nipawin forecheck here. That's Whitaker. Township forced in the corner. Up the boards it goes to Carter Anderson. He's got to get redirected with Radloff on top of him. Anderson, nice move. Link the pass back to Ringer. Ringer across the line. He'll hang on. Oh, looked like he's going to make a good move. It took a good body check that time. Nice play by Smith, the D-man. We got a penalty coming up. And this might be a hit to the head.
Yeah,
here.
I think they got Ringer.
This is going to be 2 and a 10. No, it's a Nipawin guy. He caught him.
Yeah, I think Ringer got hit high.
So Smith is going to go. This could be 2 and a 10. And he's going to have to leave the ice here, I think. Or maybe not. It is a hit to the head. Somebody else there with the... Well, they give it the penalty instead to Witter. I thought it was Smith, but anyway, Witter's in there, and Flin Flon is on the power play here. For the third time tonight, Pepsi power play contestant, Brian Bordas, who gets his products down the north of 53 Co-op. The Bombers get a power play goal. Brian will win himself a 12-pack of Pepsi, courtesy of Arctic Beverages, your local dealer of Pepsi Cola in northern Manitoba and Saskatchewan. Leper back to pick up the puck in his own zone. Flin Flon 0 for 2 on the power play. Here's the pass to Sept. He's got a goal tonight. Back to Anderson. The shot ripped out over top of the net. I don't think Endel saw it.
No. Boy, oh boy. Brian Bordas. That's for you, Brian. I hope you're listening.
He is. Big Flin Flon Bomber fan. Don't worry about him. He's out there cheering for his team here tonight. 4-2 Flin Flon in front. Just underway in the third period. 47-14 is the frontline shot clock right now in Flin Flon's favor. Incredible game.
But, you know, it doesn't seem like it because...
No, a lot from outside,
right? Yeah.
Here's Leper at the blue line. Back to Anderson looking for his second fire. That on target. Endall. He could end up with 60 shots before this game.
Yeah.
We still got 15 minutes and counting to go here in the final period. Flin Flon in front 4-2. It was 1-1 after 1, 2-2 after 2, and then a couple of quick goals in the opening minute here in the third. Give the Bombers a little bit of breathing room. The Hawks, though, been able to fight back all night. Leper. Back over to Anderson. Thought about shooting. It'll come back to Leper instead. He fanned on that. Puck stays in, though. Ringer. Back out front. It gets away from Gruner and comes back to center. Racing after at that time was Hoynes. They'll force the play back inside the Bomber zone. And it's grabbed here by Leper. Flipped it back to Ringer at center. 3-on-3, Flin Flon across the line. Gruner behind the D. Didn't get any wood on it. Sent back at it, throws it back out front. It'll make its way to the blue line. Held in by Leper. Along the boards, this is Ringer. In the corner for Sept. Back to Leper. Anderson outside the circle. Spins, fires off the goalpost. That's 4 tonight, Mike Slip.
We're going to have to get new posts and crossbars, Rob.
Second one for Anderson. Gets it again. Rips it on target. Made a good one from Endel. Nice job moving from post to post. Puck is then picked up and chipped down the ice that time by Carter Anderson of the Hawks. 23 seconds to go in the Flin Flon power play. 14-13 to go in the third period. 4-2 Flin Flon in front. Here's Joey Lees. Quick pass to Parsons, who's got a goal, but he can't do much with that. Stripped away. Jansen. He'll race down the ice, penalty killing. Poked away by Kenny Morcourt, really not tested at all in this game. Township gets it back in his net. That'll do it for the power play. Flin Flon 0 for 3 here tonight. Here's Joey Lees to center. Up the wing, he'll carry it in. His shot, save Endel, rebound. He's got that too. Then he'll hang on with 13:44 to go.
Bombers hit they've hit the half-century mark with 51 shots on net. That's crazy. But again, as we say, a lot from the outside. But Endel's had to make those stops. You know, the 48, 49 shots.
Face-off back inside the Hawks zone. Flin Flon wins it. Connor Ryan shot right back at the glove. Endel waits for it. He'll make the save and hang on. And we'll do it all again back deep in Nipawin territory. Try and catch up with some football scores here our next break. Face off back at Nipawin territory, off the draw. Bombers trying to get on top of that. Puck is shoulder around the corner. Tanchuk going to pinch in, but so Hawks to come away with it. Here's a chance now for Cizak. Ryan gets back. Cizak will stay with him.
Oh, penalty coming up.
Back against Nipawin is, I think Cizak got a little bit too aggressive, maybe grabbed on to Connor Ryan. Anyway, Kenny Morcourt will make his way to the bench, and Flin Flon about to go back on the power play. Tanchuk across the line. Ducked on the play as that one is picked up and fired around the boards by Henry Smith. And we're going to have another penalty as the Nipawin forward Cizak will go off for holding. And the fourth power play of the game for the Bombers coming up with another chance to maybe seal this one if they could jump up by 3.
Yeah, this power play looks really good to me, Rob. You got Ringer and of course Carter Anderson. Gruner, who's going to, I almost guarantee he'll win this face-off. Watch, he'll lose it. And then Cohen Sept has looked good tonight, and he's got a goal.
Don Peake will be our next Pepsi power play contestant. He gets his products to the co-op as well. Another longtime Flin Flon Bombers supporter. So good luck to Don if the Bombers scored the power play. A 12-pack of Pepsi headed to his house, courtesy of Arctic Beverages, your local dealer of Pepsi Cola in northern Manitoba and Saskatchewan. 4-2 Flin Flon in front. Power play. Here we go. Carter Anderson down the wing, cuts in. Nice job that time by the Hawks. Seabrook to get a stick on that. Anderson along the boards. It's going to make its way out. Leopard can't grab it. They'll have to be careful, being forced here by Carter Anderson of the Hawks. Anderson of the Hawks getting in tight on him. Nipawin's penalty kill's been good tonight. And a great job by Anderson to tie him up. Puck squirts free, and Cohen Sept will pick it up for Flin Flon. He'll start to skate away. Gruner takes the pass. Down the wing. Took a pretty good whack that time by Radloff. Play broken up, becomes the blue line. Leopard kicks it in. Anderson up front. Set the chance! Oh, closing the door. Good save that time by Endo. Carter Anderson for Flin Flon will hold it in. Dumped it in. Now it's grabbed. And we got Sept really battling it out from the Nipawin net there with Brady Seabrook. 55 seconds remaining in the power play. Puck is set back down inside the Flin Flon zone. And Leper will start things off. Leper, of course, from Brandon, second-year Bomber, had a tremendous preseason and camp, but it's a chance short-handed. Dead for the Hawks! Big save there! Morcourt reaches out to Rob, the Nipawin player, number 12, in behind the play. What a chance that was there. And that is Noah DeRuin, one of the newcomers. Meanwhile, Flin Flon back the other way. DeRuin back there to take Carter Anderson out. Boy, a great chance for Kenny Morcourt. The Hawks get a goal there. They're right back in this game. Power play continues for another 15 seconds. Connor Ryan will let Tanchuk take it back in his own net. Swings the pass up the right side. Parsons back to Ryan. One last chance. Trying to get away from Whitaker. They come back out front. Redirects back to the goal. Picked up by Parsons. Power play over. Flin Flon 0 for 4 in the game. They have the puck deep in the Nipawin zone, though. Lees feeds it out to the point. Tanchuk knocked it down. His shot off of Olison's skate, who got a big short-handed goal back in the second period. Somebody loses their stick. Ryan holds it in. Joey Lees out of the corner. Play deep inside the Hawks zone. Flin Flon continues with the pressure. Whitaker knocked it away. Bouncing puck gets over the stick that time of Ryan. Had to be careful.
Another Nipawin Hawk penalty coming up, Rob.
Cizak out of the box, got in on him, throws a good body check. And any idea what this one's going to be for?
Lee's got a punch to the face, so I think it might be a roughing.
Yeah, you're right. It is another Nipawin power play coming unglued here in the third period. You can't win a game if you're going to spend it in the penalty box.
Yeah, it's roughing.
And that one's going to be handed out here to the D-man, Whitcuz. So Whitcuz will take the roughing penalty, and now Flin Flon up to 52 shots. 52-15. The shots on the front line shot clock, and you know Nipawin's done good to keep the game tight, but you can't keep taking penalties.
No, they really run into penalty problems. That was not the best penalty to take. It was just a blatant punch to the face. They were sort of jostling, but
Minus against Gruner inside the Hawks zone. Flin Flon wins the face-off. Leper up to Ringer, still his first goal in the Bomber uniform, making his SJHL debut tonight. Leper swings it back to Carter Anderson. He does have a goal here tonight, and a crossbar in the post. Up the boards, Ringer. Back out front. Gruner, the one-timer. Good save that time by Endall, and the loose puck quickly set down the ice. A minute 35 to go in the power play. Hawks doing their best to keep fresh penalty killers out there as Jansen and Radloff come on the ice. Sept takes the pass. He'll headman it to Carter Anderson. Across the line. Shot blocked. Loose puck in front again. And he's going to get roughed up with the side of the goal. The puck is free, though. Laying back, and then here's Keith Gruner. Gruner trying to get away from Radloff. He has it pinned up along the boards. Puck to the blue line. Just held in by Lepper. Good move to keep the puck in. Ringer at the blue line. Back to Carter Anderson. Can't shoot it. Jansen blocks it. And picked up by Radloff, and he'll hammer it the rest of the way. A minute to go on the power play. 9:28 in the third period. Once again, a 4-2 Flin Flon lead. Luke Lepper starts things off from pay dirt. Swings the pass to Parsons. Back to Lepper up the left side here for Tanchuk. And you're right, he's trying to rush the play as much as he can tonight. I remember Tanchuk every beat across the other team's blue line as often as I've seen him in this game tonight.
You're right, Rob.
I think he's been across the opposition blue line more tonight than he was all of last season.
I guarantee it. You said it, though. He wants to score some goals.
He drops it back to Parsons. That's what he indicated to me anyway, as the puck is sent in. I guess he's true to his word because that's how he's playing. Connor Ryan will hold it at left point. Up the boards here. That's grabbed by Leeds. Back out front. Tanchuk can't shoot it. Now he gets a hold of it. Blocked, though. Nice job that time by Giroux. And just 8 seconds to go in the power play. Flin Flon in danger of going 0 for 5 in this game. Ryan forced back. That'll do it for the penalty. As Weikritz is back out there. Lees gets it, throws it back in. And the Hawk goaltender, Elda, not taking any chances, or Endall rather, not taking any chances. He'll stop that and hang on with 8:22 to go. 4-2 Flin Flon in front. We'll take a break. It is a media timeout. Bombers 2 big goals to take the lead early in the third period here on 102.9 CFER and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Back to school means back to building the lunch kit at the North of 53 Co-op. Make sure that your youngster won't want to do a lunchtime trade with something.
Estimate the weight in real time with onboard scales, on the tail lamps, and on the 12-inch touchscreen. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Tonight, the 50-50 at $9,800. Bombers at front 4-2 with 8:22 to go. We'll send a big hello out to my good buddy Mo Butler, listening in Binscarp, Manitoba tonight. Of course, his grandson Riley played for the Bombers, scored the goal that was heard around the world in that big triple overtime victory in North Battleford many years back. Riley's younger brother Tyson now playing with the Vancouver Giants, and they were just out there watching him. So big hello to Mo and Lexi listening in Binscarp tonight. 2 wonderful people that I got to meet covering this great game. Flin Flon in front 4-2. There's a chance by Yakupchuk, kicked out that time by Endall. The loose puck will come to center. Hawks still have time with 8 minutes to go as they'll throw that one in deep. Karkachuk, haven't called his name much here in the third. He was so good in the first 2 periods, but again, when you're taking penalties all the time, you're not going to get as many opportunities. Hawks, though, just down 2. Karkachuk looking for that puck back, and I got a stick on it. Whacked away, though, by Yakupchuk. Fox is in there trying to keep it in. Puck will roll back of the Bomber net, and they'll play it up the boards here to Leo Seitz. Seitz, one of the big signings for the Bombers on their spring camp in Saskatoon this year, and he'll flip that one in. Waiting for it was Seabrook. And Drake comes back to help out. He'll grab the puck on his stick. Feeds it back to Seabrook. Here comes Seabrook at center. Hammers it in. The Hawks trying to get it going on the attack here. Haven't had many opportunities here in this third period. Just 3 shots for being outshot 14-3 in the final period. And 55-15 in the game as the Bomber net, I think, becomes dislodged as it's in the side of the net.
Speaking of great people, Brent Olofsson watching tonight. I think he said he's in Utah or somewhere in the U.S. Listening to us. I don't know if he's great guy. Kyle Olofsson's dad, great family, and
must be excited. Kyle scores an opening night.
Yeah, sure enough. Guy makes a good birdhouse.
Keith Gruner, yeah, he does. Keith Gruner takes the face-off here against Fox. Bombers win the draw. He's a very passionate fan. Gruner across the line. And that shot got blocked, never made it through, but Flin Flon back on the attack again. This is Ewan back of the net, trying to come out front, picked up and hammered on target that time. Great opportunity that time for the Bombers. Anderson for the Hawks will get it. Flip that one ahead for Drake out of his reach, knocked down by Townshek. Steady game for him, for the new Flin Flon Bomber captain. Plays it ahead to Ewan. Dropped it back to Muka. Ryder Muka, the local product. Look out, we got a Hawk hurt. He's down on the player. It's Anderson. Play continues. Ryan's shot. Right pad save made here by Endel. Didn't see what happened to Anderson and the Hawks, but he went down and not happy about something as he makes his way back to the Hawk bench. Referee missed that.
Holding his nose. I wonder if he got a high stick. I didn't see it either.
Puck is chipped back to center. Yakimchuk gets it for Flin Flon. There's 6:03 to go. Is it me or has this been a really quick game tonight?
It has. There hasn't been a lot of extracurricular.
Bombers with the steal. Anderson out front looking for more. Sept already a goal tonight, but he can't whack that one. And Anderson back of the goal to Sept again. Anderson takes the pass! And the save made by Endel. And every time the puck's on Anderson's stick, he shoots it, and he shoots it quickly.
And hard.
How many? I bet you he's got, and I'm not exaggerating, at least a dozen shots himself in this game.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree, yeah.
50-50 time. Mike Slip is checking out. If he disappears, you'll know why.
Oh, I'll stick with you, Rob.
Face-off is inside the Nipawin zone. The Hawks win the draw. Here they come.
I'm not disappearing.
Outside the zone. That's Czak, who's had a good game for them tonight. Has the puck back, it comes out front. There's a chance, and fired over top of the net that time by DeRuin. Nipawin trying to go back on the attack. Again, still 5:25 to go. They're down a pair, get a goal right back in it. Anderson back for Flin Flon, his side is center. Put it back for Yakimchuk. He'll whack it off the boards inside the Hawk zone. Endel will play it to the corner. Knocked down this time by Ringer. He's been a real spark plug tonight. Held up along the boards that time by Seabrook. Sept gets a chance. Tied up back of the goal. Seabrook back on top of it. Great work by Sept. He won't give up. Gets it back out front. A chance that time for Ringer, but turned away by Endel. Townshek holds it in. His shot off a skate goes to the corner. Roberge will pinch in. Back of the goal for Ringer. Away from Czak. Fanned on it. Anderson looking for more. There's a chance. Ringer back of the goal. But like I said, this Endel is so good on the ice. 4 goals from Flin Flon. Not one has been scored along the ice in this game. Oh, wow. You didn't win the 50-50, but the next best thing, I guess, eh?
I'll never see any of the money. My wife won it.
Janice Slip, the hardest working, one of the hardest working people in behind the scenes, fitting that she wins. And I guess I won't see her at the end of the game tonight, so I'll be long gone. But congratulations, Janice. Nice job. That's a nice prize to win here to kick off the season. Roberge will keep it in. Olafson in the corner. He took a bit of a high stick. Flin Flon, though, continues with the pressure. Joey Lees swings it back out front. There's a chance. Townshek ripped it wide. Flin Flon on the verge of 60 shots, 59-15. The official count here at the Whitney Forum. Joey Lees off the skate, off the side of the post. Lees looks like he wants to mix it up here.
Yeah, Lees has played with a little chip on his shoulder tonight. Well, he got that punch. I wonder if...
Trying to make out what number that is. I think it's Smith, the D-man. It is.
Tough to fight guys with the cage on. Joey had to wear a cage last year, but he's gone to the visor now. He's old enough.
So here we go, another face-off deep inside the Nipawin zone. 1,186 the announced attendance here tonight, so a good way to start the season.
Fantastic.
Parsons a goal tonight, gets it back to Yakimchuk through traffic, gets it on target, once again kicked away by Endel, and that means Flin Flon has now hit 60 shots. They get a chance for the off-leg. Is it in? No, it's under Endel's pad. They thought they scored. The light never went in, and again that one literally came out of nowhere out of the corner. They flipped that on target. Flin Flon thought they scored, but the light did not go on. It's under Endel's pad.
The fans aren't happy, Rob.
Well, I think it's because he just got off the puck and it was behind the line, but I'm wondering if it was kicked in after the fact because the goal judge is right there and he never turned the light on. So
no. Goal judge is sitting right there and
got the best vantage point in the building. There remains 4-2 Flin Flon, 3:54 to go. Olofsson lining up for the face-off here against Eric Hoynes. Hoynes will get waved out. Or will he? They can't make up their mind who's going to take the face-off. It's going to be... Anyway, the puck is set back down the ice. Racing after it is Hoynes, but it's blown down. So icing against Nipawin will get the face-off right back in Nipawin territory. And we'll see where they who decides to take the draw this time. Hoynes will go. Jack Drake was the guy that jumped in there before, but Hoynes is back. Karkachuk off the draw. To Drake, back to Karkachuk. Karkachuk, nice move! Here he comes, a backhander! Oh, a good save here by Kenny Marquardt. What a play! Coach by Mason Karkachuk. Splits the bomber, D goes in, and that's their nicest play in this third period.
Yeah, Coach Karkachuk has to be proud of his nephew, right?
Yeah.
He's had a good game. Not quite as good at third. We haven't heard about him too much in the third, but that was a nice play for sure.
Again, I think it's because of all those penalties.
Yeah, absolutely. 61 shots, Rob.
Jansen set for the face-off here against Keith Gruner. There's 3:39 remaining in the third period, and I'll tell you what, the game's still not out of reach for Nipawin if they can get a goal here. Ewan takes the quick pass. He's across the line. He had Gruner with him, but he couldn't get it over there. Play is broken up. It's sent back of the Nipawin net. Nuke in there, who's had some moments here tonight. Look out, that could have been a penalty against Flin Flon there. Ewan took his guy down. Play continues. The puck back of the Hawk net. Dug free here by Mitchell. And they'll play it up the boards where it's grabbed this time by Jansen. Jansen gets it back to center. Bombers send it in. Working forward is Muka. Tied up in the corner. Ewan in there as well. Puck dug free by Mitchell. He'll flip to the far corner. Lepper will intercept that. But he can't hang on to it. Good job by the Hawks to knock it away. They'll flip the puck ahead for Radloff. He'll knock his guy, Roberge, down, then gets the turnover. Throws it out front, but intercepted by Lepper. Gets it back to Ewan. Got to go wide on Lacqua, but he'll stand his ground. Lacqua knocks it down. Here's the backhand pass for Jansen. Cut off by Lepper. Lepper gets it in tight. Back out front. Grabbed here by Bassell, and he'll throw it to the corner. Skitton tries to fight off a check here. Back to Leo Sept. He'll rip that in the glove. Grabbed quickly by Endall, but the whistle goes. 2:20 remaining in the third period. And the crowd hoping the Bombers can hang on for the final 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Can't remember if I've seen a game with this 61 shots is a ton. And as we say, a lot from the outside, but a lot of good saves too.
And there's been 4 crossbars and posts.
Yes.
Those don't count as official shots
They
on
don't
net.
count.
They get another one right off the face-off. Endall able to handle that. He'll grab it off his chest pad and hang on. Another big face-off deep in the Hawks zone with 2:17 to go. Off the face-off, the Hawks will grab it. Try to flip it out. A couple opportunities here for Lafleur, but the puck will stay in deep. Grabbed and fired out that time by Lacqua. Lafleur gets it over to Drake. Drake down the wing, gets a chance off the side of the net. Puck comes back out front. Leo Sept has it for Flin Flon, and that's going to go up and hit the rafters. The Hawks are going to get a face-off deep in the Flin Flon zone, and they got the goaltender out for the extra attacker, Mike Slip.
There he is, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, why not at this point, right? You still got a lot of time on the clock with 1:48 to go.
Yeah, I know you like, well, I mean, there's still, it's not like...
Hawks have called the timeout. We'll do the same. 1:48 remaining. Gut check time for this young Nipawin team here on 102.9 CFBR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
You would like a job with a trusted company that could turn into a successful career for a company known for a great benefits plan, competitive wages, and a pension plan. Arctic Beverages is hiring. Send your resume and cover letter for the warehouse position or to work in sales to mgummerson@arcticbev.com. That's MGUMMERSON@ARCTICBEV.com. Or drop it off at Arctic Beverages on Green Street. They'll provide all the training, and all you need is a positive attitude and be able to lift around 50 pounds minimum. Don't miss this opportunity. Apply to work at Arctic Beverages today.
You're on.
Okay, welcome Welcome back to Whitney Farm. The Hawks don't get time out. They got the goaltender out. The Hamilton Tiger Cats have knocked off Toronto tonight 33-31. And boy, not a real exciting game in Calgary tonight. 10-6 Riders the first. Although I am picking Saskatchewan to win their due tonight. They haven't won a game since they beat Winnipeg way back in August.
Neither is Calgary. But I hate to say it, but I think the Riders will win that.
Hawks win the draw. That's sent back the blue line, and a weak shot fired on target that time by Weikritz. So a minute 44 to go. 62-18 the shots. In favor of the hometown Bombers side, a 4-2 lead, but again, a goal here from Nipawin could go a long way. As Hoynes will get set for the face-off here against Ringer. Hoynes does his job, takes his guy down, puck at the side net. Morcourt not taking any chances to reach out and grab that. With the dangerous hometown captain, Radloff on top of him.
Colby McConnell just texted me, said he's been out of town, and he said, are the shots accurate? He couldn't believe it when he saw it.
Hoynes set to dig in once again against the Flin Flon Bombers rider Ringer. Ringer making his Bomber debut tonight. It's looked good. Should add some much-needed offense. Puck back of the Bomber net. Picked up here by Lafleur in the blue line. Hawks just keep it in. Nice job that time by Weikritz. They throw it back out front. Jam and wait the side of net that time. Look out and they score! Puck is dug in at the side of net. It's fired in this time, but I think Locke was going to get it. Sorry, it's number 13, not number 17. So Carter Anderson of the Hawks has made it a one-goal game, and I told him there's a lot of time left on the clock.
Yep, this game isn't over.
Carter Anderson will get credit for it, and I'll tell you what, the Nipawin Hawks won all three face-offs inside the Flin Flon zone.
Yeah, you know, I watched
that's a late goal again.
I watched the replay there, and the Bombers sort of let them stand around in front of the net.
So Carter Anderson of the Hawks has made it a one-goal game.
All three goals have been scored with less than 2 minutes in the periods, Rob.
So I'm expecting if Nipawin gets it deep again, they're going to watch Endall make his way to the box yet again. Here's Olafson back out front, wide open chance, Dewey leads, and he's denied. What a save by Endall. Absolutely robbed him. Hawks back on the attack to center. There goes the goalie. They're going to try and tie it up here. They'll get the puck in deep, and they're working hard for that puck inside the Flin Flon zone. Colin Olafson gets it ahead. I think it'll be an icing call. Maybe not. Lees picks it up. Lees had Gruner out front. He was calling for it, but he couldn't get it to him. Gruner will come back and pick it up. Use it back of the goal. Picked up here by Karkachuk of the Hawks. They got to hurry. 25 seconds to go. Here comes Karkachuk. Feeds it back to Hoynes. Off his stick. Intercepted. Olafson for the empty net. It's up and ahead to Joey Lees. But Carter Anderson gets back to take it away from him. Again, Carter Anderson for Nipawin. Olafson backhander. Knocked away at the side of the goal. Hawks one last rush. Here comes Lafleur. Lafleur down the right side. Lafleur a backhander. Didn't miss by much. Flipped it over top of Morcourt. They'll flip it back out in front. Grabbed here by Anderson. And Flin Flon's going to hang on for a 4-3 win. Away from tying this game.
Unbelievable.
Anything can happen, right, in the SJHL?
Yeah. The Bombers should have won this game by a lot more, but young Endall kept them in it. He was left on his own devices a few times, as was Kenny Marquardt. But some of the new players getting their first taste of the Moose Lake, wondering what the heck is going on.
Well, anyway you slice it, it's a win to start the season, right?
That's right. No, we won't remember how it was done, but they did win, and good for them. A lot of There's the three local lads getting their picture taken with the moose leg. That's awesome. Looks like they're going to be in the newspaper this week.
Big win for the Bombers. They hang on against a very determined young Nipawin Hawk team 4-3. And some momentum as they get set for what will be a tougher test in Melfort tomorrow night against the defending league champions. We'll take a break. Lots to get to here at the Forum tonight. Final scoring summary, all the post-game show awards, and of course our first Great North post-game report with Mike Reagan and more coming up. From the Whitney Forum, great crowd, 1,168 paid. Watch this one here tonight. We'll be back with lots more here on 102.9 CFER and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Claire.
Northland Ford proudly supports the Flin Flon Bombers throughout the SJHL season. We know that the Bombers will play tough like the Ford F-150, the toughest truck on the market for over 40 years. Northland Ford helping the community cheer on the Bombers as they work to bring a championship to the best fans in the league, and they provide you with the best selection on their lot. In the North, for the North, Northland Ford, the dealership you tell your friends about.
Back to school means back to building the lunch kit at the North of 53 Co-op. Make sure that your youngster won't want to do a lunchtime trade with something full of flavor from the deli on fluffy soft bread and buns from the bakery. The Co-op also has a variety of school-safe snacks and easily packable fruits and veggies. And while you're putting all that together, don't forget that you're going to need something when everyone gets home. Back to school, but the freshness and quality is always at the North of 53 Co-op. You're at home there.
The only thing that could be better than enjoying familiar favorites at Chicken Chef is finding new ones. Enjoy their local fares menu with appetizers like the comforting tater skins or the tangy Thai popcorn shrimp. Bring your appetite for the barbecue smash burger with 2 ground beef patties, or try the Chicken Chef Classic Reuben and the Dilly Bird for the pickle lover in you. Have an adventurous palate or like what you always like at Chicken Chef, it always feels like home.
Hud Bay is proud to be a sponsor of this Bomber broadcast. From donations for bursaries, hockey schools, clubs, community events, charities, and so much more, Hud Bay has supported our community with dedication and generosity, contributing to events and organizations. Hud Bay thanks the people of Flin Flon for their continued support.
You're on.
1,186, a tremendous crowd here for opening night at the Whitney Forum, and the Flin Flon Bombers fire 63 shots at the Nipawin Hawk netminder Tyson Endall tonight, and end up holding off a young, determined Hawks team 4-3. Let's take a look at the final scoring summary. The Bombers got on the board first. Cohen Sept gets his first from Carter Anderson at 16:02. The Hawks will come back, though. Radloff, a nice redirection of the power play. Wykerts and Mitchell, the assist on that one at 18:41, so 1-1 after one. Olafson, nice short-handed goal. Keith Gruner, a terrific job back of the net, fed it out front. He'll go over top of the right shoulder here of Endall to put the Bombers up 2-1 at 17:28. But once again, the Hawks come right back. Jansen from Lacker and Cizak at 18:55 would make it 2-2. After 40 minutes of play. Turning point of the game had to be the first minute of the third period. The Bombers scored not once but twice. 17 seconds in, Carter Anderson gets rewarded for some fine work. The lone assist to the lone assist to Ringer, his new line mate. That made it 3-2, and the eventual game winner goes to Parsons, of course, the former member of the OJHL. He's able to get a puck loose in front of the Hawk net. Nobody picked him up. He'll fire it home for his first in a Bomber uniform. Joey Lee's the assist on that one at 1:10. And it would stay that way up until late when the Hawks had the goaltender pulled. This time, Carter Anderson of Nipawin scores. Karkachuk and Radloff the assists at 18:47. They would get the puck deep. They would get a couple last chances. And I'll tell you what, for a game that they're outshot 63-20, very close to pulling this wheel. We almost this game.
They were close, and as I say, all three goals came within the last 2 minutes of all three periods for the Nipawin Hawks. So that tells me there's no give up in this team. I think you're going to see a lot of improvement. The Bombers in the first period, about a quarter of the way through, just took control, and that's where a lot of the shots came. But it was a weird game, I thought, Rob. A very strange game, but Bombers come out ahead.
Like we said, a win's a win, and you definitely want momentum going into Melfort tomorrow night because that place is going to be jumping. All the flag, they're going to have their championship banner raising tomorrow.
That's
and
hard
of course,
to watch.
the bomb. Well, at the scheduling meeting, Blevy asked Mike if he wanted to come down. He said he did. He wanted his young guys to see that.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
they're going to get an opportunity to go into. I think they are the best team in the division heading into the season, not just because of the defending champs, but what they have coming back, and they're going to be the measuring stick of this division at least early in the year.
Probably the league, but yeah, you're right, Rob. Blevins puts a good team on the ice, great coach, and I'm glad that the Bombers are going down for their home opener for the reasons you stated. Coach Reagan wants them down there, so there's some things to work on. As Mike said, that it's not the same team as last year. Don't have the same powerhouse, but you also mentioned they got to find some
secondary offense, and I think they have found quite a bit in Ryder Ringer, and of course let's not forget that Piccinino is out of the lineup. He's going to come back probably not till next week, but Cohen Sept I think showed some great. He got a goal. He had some chances after that.
Sure did. Joey Lees had a lot of chances.
Parsons is going to be good. He scored tonight. He brings junior experience. He'll help out.
So, I think there's some bright lights on the offense. I don't know where Cole Tanchuk found the offense, but he showed it tonight, which is great to see, and good for him being named captain.
Flin Flon hangs on for a 4-3 victory here tonight. Parsons, the newcomer, gets the game winner. Again, the final shot, 63-20 in favor of Flin Flon tonight. 23 of them came in the opening period. We'll take a break. The post-game show awards are coming right up here from a victorious Whitney Forum on 102.9 CFER and FlinFlonOnline.com.
It's your space, your style, and Shane's understands that. Yeah. With Samsung appliances, Shane's has the product that will work for you. Need compact? Perfect. They have it. Want a unique color? They have it. Maybe you want all freezer in a stand-up, or all fridge because you don't like squeezing in your groceries. They have it. Or maybe you want something even smarter than you, an appliance that makes life easier and can help organize your family's day. Shane's and Samsung have it. What are you waiting for? Get to Shane's and shop Samsung appliances because it's your space, your style, and they have it.
McDonald's is a proud supporter of sports and hockey in the North and are cheering on the Flin Flon Bombers as they try to bring home the Cantera Seeds Cup. Remember to stop by and enjoy all the tasty menu items any time of the day. Breakfast, we got the delicious McMuffin sandwiches, the Bacon Acres, Sausage Egg McMuffin, and hot cakes. Lunch and supper, enjoy everything from Big Mac to Quarter Pounders, the Quarter Pounder BLT, McChicken, Crispy Chicken, and of course the McNuggets. And don't forget about the value meal. It includes the McDouble and the Junior Chicken. Use the app and order online to collect points for all kinds of free items and free meals. McDonald's and Flin Flon, drive-thru open daily at 7 a.m. And once again, cheering on your Flin Flon Bombers into a Cantera Seeds Cup victory. Bailey Homes provides a ready-to-move home as unique as you and your family. From their expertise in the planning, the quality of the build, to the care of the move, they allow you to take the stress out of home construction. Let Bailey Homes make your dream home a reality. Family-owned and operated with lots of experience building and moving homes to the North. Visit Bailey-Homes.ca or call 204-903-5220.
You're on. All righty, welcome back to Whitney Forum. Mike Slipbaugh ready to go here with his first KFC 3-star selection of the year. Let's start things off. Mike, who do you like for number 3 tonight?
Number 3, a losing goalie. 63 shots. That's 59 saves this young man made. Tough not to pick him as a star. Tyson Endall, the Nipawin Hawks, should be buying his breakfast tomorrow. So
he gave him a chance, didn't he?
He sure did. I mean, he kept him in the game, and the Hawks responded. Number 2 star, I'm going with newcomer Ryder Ringer. I thought he looked really good. We talked about secondary offense. I think we found another match for Carter Anderson. So you got Carter Anderson, Piccinino, Sept, and this new fellow Ryder Ringer. He was flying out there tonight. So I'm going to give Ryder Ringer the 2nd star, and of course 1st star goes to Carter Anderson, who scored right off the face-off. I missed the whole thing, but he is so good with the puck. He reminds me of Justin Lee's.
Shoots it so well.
Different body style, but skating and creating open space. So I'm gonna give that to Carter Anderson.
Well, let me point out when he got the goal too. I mean, we mentioned the quick release, but he also shoots the puck really hard, like you mentioned as well.
Yeah.
Pretty lethal weapon.
He breaks a ton of sticks. He didn't tonight, but I know Mike Reagan always talks about how hard that shot is, and he busts the sticks. He likes to get a light one. Warrior of the game. I'm gonna.
No, we got. I don't think we have the Warrior of the game anymore. It's now the Chiropractic on Main Crunch of the game.
Crunch of the game.
It's back after a couple of year hiatus.
I'm sorry. I got to give it to a Nipawin Hawk. We talked about it. Diego Cizak early in the game got Leo Sight.
Yeah, Sights. That's right.
Leo Sight. Sorry, coming across the middle of the ice, and it wasn't a big hitting game really. But Leo, I'm going to give it to. Not very often we give it to the opposition team, but Diego Cizak is the crunch of the game.
There you have it, your post-game show awards. Once again, the KFC 3-star selection. Nipawin Hawk goaltender Tyson Endo, boy, 63 shots. I kept his team right in the game. Star number 3. The newcomer from just came out of the BCHL, of course, we mentioned Ryder Ringer tonight. Did have 1 assist in the game, but played very well. And, of course, Carter Anderson. Like I said, he had at least 12 or 13 shots on net himself. Got the nice goal, got an assist. He also had a post. He also had a crossbar. So
yeah,
he was firing all over the place like only Carter Anderson can do.
Yeah, he looked great. He looked great, and that line of Sept, Ringer, and Anderson looked awesome tonight. Actually the goalposts should get a star themselves. They only hit 4 of them. So I see Mr. Reagan is here.
Yeah, what means we're going to take a quick break, come back with him. Mike, thanks for your help here tonight on Wednesday night, and we look forward to having you, of course, back for another great year.
All right, Hardy. Great to be here.
Mike Slick, color commentator. One last break. Mike Reagan joins us next. We wrap it up and get ready for Melfort tomorrow night in a rematch of this past spring's Cantera Seeds Cup final. The Bombers once again hanging on for the 4-3 victory here on opening night on 102.9 CFER and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Great North GM on La Rose Avenue has some great deals on now with Canada-wide clearance. 0% financing on select 2024 trucks and low interest rates on full-size sport utility trucks. Buying a truck is within your reach. Great North GM also pays top dollar for trade-ins, and their staff are dedicated to providing the best deal for you. Visit Great North GM on La Rose Avenue today to find the right vehicle for you at a great price.
Life is a contact sport. Sometimes it hurts, but thanks to Chiropractic on Main, it doesn't have to. Everything about your ankles depends on a good foundation from below. Have your feet work for you, not against you. Get into Chiropractic on Main across from the post office today. Don't suffer from agony or defeat any longer. Chiropractic on Main, feel the difference in every step.
This Kraft dinner tastes like $1 million.
This KFC is so good.
Hey, watch where you're going. You got KFC on my KD.
You got KD on my KFC.
Hey, let's try it.
KD and KFC together?
KD mac and cheese on the signature filet for the KD KFC chicken sandwich.
The ultimate cheesy experience.
Only available at KFC. So good. You're on.
Alrighty, we're back with the victorious head coach, Mike Reagan. His team hanging on for a 4-3 victory tonight. I guess it's kind of weird to say hanging on for 4-3, but when you get it in deep and we're a shot away from tying it up and getting it to overtime, Mike, you fire 63 shots tonight. I guess you got to give their goaltender credit, Tyson Endo, and some posts and some crossbars and just maybe a few missed opportunities.
Well, I mean, Carter Anderson hit three posts and crossbars tonight. Ryder Muka hit
How many shots do you think Carter Anderson had on goal in this game? 15. And that's what I figured. I said 12 back at the midway through the third, and he had more after that.
Yeah.
What a performance.
Leo Sights hits the post. Ryder Muka, Rhino hit the post. We just talked about it in there after the game, and that I thought we played a really good game. That, like, you play that game again, and that you probably win that game 6-7-1. We had the puck the whole game.
just one of those things that Nipawin just kind of hung around. Their goaltender gave them a chance to win, and it's 4-2. I don't like the way we played in that last minute and a half there. Like, we cheated. We left the zone, and kind of a funny bounce goes in on. I remember last year that happened to Harmon too, like off the end wall, and then they kind of just stuff it in somehow, and Kenny didn't have the post lock there or whatever, but I'm happy with the game. I don't like the score because I don't think it's indicative of how we played, but it's game one, and the guys. I thought the first 10 minutes not great. After that, we were real good.
Well, and I think everybody played with a lot of energy tonight too, Mike. I mean, you carried the puck up there steady. You would have Nipawin in their own zone sometimes for 4 or 5 minutes at a time, and I guess. All in all, you got to be happy with the guys were fired up to play. It was a good effort. Everybody had a lot of energy, and you got a shorthanded goal tonight too, which is a nice thing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Keith Gruner made a heck of a second effort there, and really happy for Ole to get a goal in his first game here. That guy's been snake bitten a lot, but he's such a great player for us, and it's nice to see him capitalize and get rewarded there. And two guys that just play with so much heart and effort, and they get rewarded for it. So like I said, Hardy, I mean, if anybody's looking at the score, they're probably going, oh geez, that was a real tight game. I don't think it was a tight game. But we've got to be better. We go up 2-1 and then we make a bad decision with the puck. Poor communication there. It was I'm not going to name names, but we were calling for a reverse and we reverse it, and that's not the play in that situation, and they score to make it 2-2, and all of a sudden it's just like couldn't just create that separation, so it is what it is.
Called Carter Anderson's name a lot tonight, Mike, but we also called Ryder Ringer's name a lot too. Your thoughts on his Bomber debut?
Love it. He's going to be good for us. He's it's funny because he's got good skill, but man, he plays with a lot of heart, and
he's in there steady digging.
He wins a lot of draws, and he's physical. He's not the biggest guy, but he finishes his checks, and I kind of knew I knew he was like that. I've watched him play, I think 3-4 times last year, knowing that he's a Manitoba boy, and you always kind of keep an eye on guys that are playing in other leagues that are either from Manitoba or Saskatchewan, and we did our homework on him as well, and we knew that he'd be a great addition for our team.
4-3, the big win tonight, Mike. Let's look ahead to tomorrow night, the rematch, of course, the Canterbury Seeds Cup final. Was it too long ago you were in Melfort and your season ended? You get another crack at them. They raised the banners tomorrow night, a big night at the Palace.
Yeah, I was just telling the guys there, I'll be honest with you, I chose this game.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, we had the choice of, playing L'Orange, or we always do this between the four teams, is, we either start at home, against Nipawin or Melfort, and then we flip over, just because you want that rival game on another night rather than home opener, right? And for Nipawin and Melfort, obviously those are big games, and they get big crowds, so why do it on home opener night? And Blevy said that we didn't have to do it, if you wanted to switch it up. I said no, I think yeah, it's going to suck to see the banner raised there, but I think it should hurt, and I think that it's a good thing. For sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do, Hardy, in life, and this is one of those things, that I want it to sting so that our guys remember that throughout the year, and hopefully we can get some redemption tomorrow night. I mean, if we can win, I mean, it's definitely not going to change the way I feel about last year or anything like that, but it would be nice anyways.
You only get better by going through difficult situations, and obviously there's going to be a lot of hype in that building tomorrow. But you know what? I think it's good for the league for these two teams to play on the opening weekend. I mean, I know it's disappointing to lose. I mean, you certainly had a great team nonetheless, and Melfort had a great team as well. It's a great rivalry in this league, Mike, and why not play an opening weekend? It's the two teams everybody wants to see anyway.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you look at the NHL, or you look at any league, they want to have these big games, right? Like it's good for the league, like you said, and I mean, I think adversity is good. I think that tough situations only make you stronger, and you learn from mistakes, and you learn from those tough situations as we were just talking about. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to going down there, and it's a good challenge for us.
Summing it up, Mike, any final thoughts on your opening game here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it was good atmosphere.
Great crowd, almost 1,200 people.
Yeah, it was good crowd for sure. Home openers in the Whitney Forum are always fun. So, hopefully we get good support the rest of the way here. I thought I will say, I thought our young guys played really well. I thought Leo Seitz, I thought that Bosel, I thought that Wyatt Stinton, I thought Muka and Ewan played really well. For their first game in the Whitney Forum home opener, those guys are nervous. Nate Roberge, unfortunately Clarkey got hurt in the first period there, so he didn't play much after that. But all those young guys played really well. I was really happy with them.
Quickly, Mike, before you go, I got to ask you, when do you expect that Piccinino back in the lineup?
He should be next week. I'm expecting him next week.
Too bad you can't have him for tomorrow.
I know it sucks, and I know he wants to be out there and that sort of thing, but we've got a lot of games ahead of us, and a healthy Piccinino is better for us.
Absolutely, Mike. Congratulations on the opening night victory. Looking forward to the rematch in Melfort tomorrow night.
Can't wait to see you there, bud.
You bet. Going to be a good one. That's Mike Reagan, the head coach and GM, of course, the Flin Flon Bombers. His team knocking off the Hawks tonight 4-3. Quickly out of town here tonight, the Melville Millionaires have doubled up on the Estevan Bruins by a score of 4-2. Mike Slip, I'm sure he'll be sending a text to his buddy Jason Tartanek. Look at Yorkton up 6-1 on Weyburn in the third period. I told you months ago that Yorkton team was going to be good this year. I know it's only one game.
They had their financial issues, but they worked hard to get that straightened out, and it seems like the team is bought in. So yeah, glad to see Yorkton do well.
Kennersley's up on Battle for 3-2. They're going into the third, and Melfort, look at Larange. They're giving Melfort all they can handle tonight. It's 2-2. Just going into the third period, the Wolves out shooting the Mustangs tonight. So anybody can beat anybody on a given night. Boy, wouldn't that be something for the Ice Wolves if they could knock off the defending league champions here on the opening night. We'll just take a look quickly at some other scores here in the world of sports. I know Mike Slip's dying to know what to score in that Ryder Stampeder game. They mentioned, of course, Hamilton.
My professional sports teams
picked up the big victory earlier tonight.
If I cheer for a team, bet on the other team.
Tiger Cats beat the Argonauts 33-31. Saskatchewan is up 24-9 at the half.
Yeah, always. I think there needs to be a change in Calgary in the coaching.
Doesn't have a quarterback.
No, but I mean, he's the general manager. He's the guy now. I mean, John Huffnagel is pretty much out of it, and Huff was able to find these guys, and it hasn't happened since the coach has been there. But that's just a sports fan venting.
Professional sports. I always want the coach gone. GM, why not, right?
Yeah.
Baseball scores here tonight quickly. The Blue Jays did lose. Boy, what a disastrous year it's been for them.
Terrible. There's another one.
They lost tonight 1-0 to Tampa Bay. Baltimore a big win, though. They beat Detroit 7-1. Phillies clobber the Mets 12-2. The Marlins, they upend the Braves tonight 4-3, so that's good news. For the Mets, they lost. The Braves lost as well as they're battling it out for that final NL wildcard spot. The Brewers already clinched the division. They lost to Arizona tonight, but I don't think they really care. Houston holds off the Angels 9-7. Yankees, they've clinched as well. They're 1-1 with Oakland in the 7th. How about this? How would you like to be a Chicago White Sox fan this year?
No.
Woo! Scoreless in the 6th with San Diego. All right, I think we did everything we could out of town. That's going to do it for our broadcast here tonight. Big thanks to Mike Reagan as well as Tad Kozin for their comments before and after the game. I want to thank, of course, the new Flin Flon Bomber captain, Cole Tanchik. He joined us in the opening intermission. Ryan Karkachuk, what a job he's doing with this Creighton Kodiak football team. I think people thought, okay, you win one game on the road, okay, but now two. Might actually get to get a playoff game, get down for the provincials, which would be unheard of for a northern team, like I said, south of the province. What a job he and his staff are doing with this program. They've been good every year, but they look really, really good this time around.
I tell you, if you want some entertainment and you're a football fan, go watch a Creighton Kodiaks. It's different football. It's, 7-man and 6-man football. but it's very entertaining. Unfortunately, they've been playing at 4 in the afternoon, so I can't make it because of work. But I hear they're getting some lights put up at the field, which would be fantastic.
Lots of excitement for sure. So a big thanks to Ryan Karkachuk as well for joining us in a second. Of course, Mike Slett, color commentator here tonight. The Bombers win on opening night 4-3, a 63-shot barrage. But the hot goaltender, what can you say? He was hot, and he did his job, kept his team in it, and gave them a chance to, of course, win the game in the end, which is what you want from your goaltender, especially when you're stepping in the shoes of Damon Cunningham, who certainly was one of the top puck stoppers last year. Went off to the North American Hockey League, but Mr. Endall, a nice debut for him tonight.
Yeah, it's got to do a lot for his confidence, so very good.
And good luck to Nipawin the rest of the way. I know they got a young club here and only 6 players from last year's team, but I know that I think, like we talked about early on, I think fans will have to be a little bit patient with them as they find their groove in this league, but Chad Cozen's got things going in the right direction. Don't you worry about that. Anyway, we're ready for the Melfort Mustangs, the rematch of the Cantura Seeds Cup final tomorrow. Don't forget, an 8:30 Manitoba start time. That means we're on the air at 8:10. I'm looking forward to the rematch. It should be a lot of fun. The Mustangs look like they got a good team again this year. So we're going to say good night for the Whitney Foreman. Thank you for listening to Flin Flon Bomber Hockey.